Assassin. I love my mic, and my mic loves me. Only true friend. She love the sound of my voice. Put your mics in the air. If you real, if you really spit that real. I'm about to check it out. Assassin, look. When I want competition, I just look in the mirror. With every word that I'm spitting, then the vision is clearer. Nobody touching what I'm clutching, plus I'm busting it first. Yes, it just will be a mess by the end of the verse. Your body stretched out like a book on the pavement. People pass by as they look in amazement. Your body leaking your genetics, got you looking so pathetic. No need to call the paramedics, it's too late for anesthetics. Me and my microphone. 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 Coming out the dirty south, show everybody I'm the cleanest. Run your mouth, I send your body to the cleaners. Love my mic, so can't nobody come between us. Won't be nice for anybody wanna see us. Back up a little, just a couple of feet. You don't listen, you'll be missing just a couple of teeth. Hard to buy the rhyme, with no teeth in your mouth. Stepping out of line, then you sweeping them out. Me and my microphone. 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 My mic got jealous when I was talking to my girlfriend. So you know, it's like I'm caught up in a world when I'm not about the drama. I don't need that. Started yelling and all I heard was feedback. Said I need to choose, but do it quickly. Use a tool, you fool if you don't pick me. Since she made me choose, you know I left her and picked my microphone up off the dresser. Me and my microphone. 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 Me and my mic been tight since 9-5. She don't wanna go out, she stay at home and vibe. Ain't nothing without her, I doubt she'll understand. Gets upset so I can't make no plans. Wants me to herself, she is so obsessed. When I go to sleep, I can't like get no rest. Calling on my phone when I'm gone too long. Says to her, be home, she wants to make a song. Me and my microphone. 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 This microphone. Can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can do no wrong. Can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can do no wrong. You know I had to do it. I had to take it back. Dedicate this to everybody out there that's doing music. Whether you're getting paid for it or not, it don't even matter. As long as you love it, I know it's gonna love you back. Put your microphones up. Much love to all the rappers that paved the way for people like me. All the producers. Rest in peace to everybody that's dead and gone. That's fast. Keep rapping till I'm dead and get paid for it. Bury me with my microphone. Real. I'm fast, huh? Yeah, I love you too. Gripping them out like a bad.
Acknowledge me. Straight Talk Society. This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Straight Talk with Trevor, the podcast, where no topic is off limits.
I ain't trying to fuss, but it's a must, you gon' respect this. Plus your nuts will touch the dust, you try to check this. You ain't insane, I write your name down on my checklist. You think I'm playing, I leave you land, I leave you breathless. As human beings instead of being so many tribal. You ain't seen what I have seen in my society.
Hey, I'm just a man with a microphone. What the fuck do I know?
You can acknowledge me.
Straight Talk Sessions live.
What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of the Straight Talk Sessions Man Talk Monday. So real quick before my co-hosts get on, let me get a couple of things out, because when we get in this conversation, we're gonna be going all over. So Michael will be on, Wayne will be on. Couple others are supposed to hit the chat and hit the panel. See, there's Wayne right now in the background. Anybody else who wants to come on, you're more than welcome to hit the panel. So I want to get this out of the way. First of all, I've stressed this enough, and this is probably going to be the last time I'm gonna stress it. My eyes kind of because I'm looking now and I see my eyes kind of swollen. I'm getting in my eyes and stuff like that. Nobody hit me. Don't worry about it. So I want to stress some things real quick. Over here at the Straight Talk Society, which that's what we are, is a society. My wife and I are trying to build from the ground up. So, I said it once and I said it again. I don't care if I have I don't need the same recycle crowd that everybody gets. Anybody, you guys want to come over here, you do your thing. Is whatever. I have an open panel, and you guys will see soon before my co-hosts come on that we have a couple of rules over here now. I have an open panel, so anybody who wants to come on the show can come on the show. So I'm not. It's just one thing though. Don't bring your drama from anywhere else. So it's like if you come on this channel and you come on the panel, don't start with, hey, that person such and such did this, or hey, did you see what that person such and such did? Because I'm gonna put you in the back. And if it happens again, I'm gonna just kick you off the show. This channel is not for that. We're not part of any sectors. I don't care who you have beef with. And let me say this, I am not an assassin for anybody. So if you got beef with somebody, that's not my issue. When it becomes an issue is if I hear that person say something disparaging about me. That's when it becomes an issue to me, because I'm not going to jump in any fights. I already made that mistake over here on YouTube. I'm not going to jump in any fights with anybody, not knowing what that person did to cause said person to be mad at them. And now I got people talking shit about me. I got people talking, going crazy when I don't have anything to do with it. All I literally want to do is be on here making good content. That's all I want to do. So I see you guys in the back. I'm gonna let you up soon. So that's what it is. My show is welcome to everybody. You guys are seeing. I got the religious brothers coming over here. I love to have the religious brothers over here. That's great. I don't have no issue with them coming over. I hope they continue to come over. But what I'm saying is, do not bring. That's right, Nene. I'm not fighting anybody's battles. I can fight my own battles. I'm a big boy. I mean, you got some clowns for some strange reason saying that I'm fat for some reason. I don't know how the hell they got that came in their head, but those people would never even stand in front of me with the disrespect. And I came on here. The reason the show is an hour earlier because it's a holiday, so I know everybody's home, and plus, we got a lot of stories to get through. So I wanted to rock out a little longer. I came on here with the mindset to address them, but I'm not even going to do it because it doesn't matter. This is a small channel. You know, we're growing, but if certain people with larger channels and stuff like that feel the need to call my name and stuff like that, it's fine. Just come over here and do it. If you decide one day to grow a pair of balls, and you know exactly who I'm talking to, come over here, hit the link. I don't care who I have on the panel. I'll ask them to step down, and then you talk to me one-on-one. Don't make up any excuse. Don't make up any lies that I talked about your mom. I've been on this thing since my birthday in March. I've never talked about anybody's mom. If I'm going to drag somebody, I'm going to drag you. I don't talk about women. I don't talk about children. I don't do that. So all the go-betweens and all this stuff, I don't want to hear it. I'm done with it. Come over here and address me. If not, stay your coward ass where you are. I came on here. I was going to show all these emails that these people are sending me and stuff like that. I'm not even going to do it. I got the recording of the prophet talking crap to me. I'm not even going to do it because truth of the matter is I'm bigger than that. And I don't need anybody for me to make content. They need me to be their content. And that's just how that works. So for those of you watching in the building, make sure and hit that like button because we're going to have a lot of fun today. If you women want to come on, please come on. It's Monday, Memorial Day. Peace, blessings to everybody that had the day off. Peace and blessings to all the soldiers that gave the ultimate sacrifice. With all that being said, now it's time for some recklessness. So I'm going to bring on one of my co-hosts, Big Mike, in the building.
Hey, peace and love to all the black soldiers that made this holiday possible. Much love. I still believe that no soldier that's ever been to war should ever have to pay taxes.
Why you got bunny ears on? Rabbit ear, cat ears.
Lost the bet. Don't talk about it. I just got to wear them for 4 minutes.
All right, I got you.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, but we're not alone. We're not alone because we got Mr. Manosphere himself. I can't wait until he changes his name to Mr. Manosphere. What's up, Wayne?
Peace, man. Peace, Mike, Trev.
What up, though?
Well, you want me to do Mr. Manosphere or Captain Manosphere? Which one?
Whichever one, Captain, Mr. Whatever.
General Manosphere.
General Manosphere. All right, there it is. I like that. But man, happy Memorial Day to everybody, all the soldiers out there. Rest in peace to all of who served, all the ones that's living, everybody who served for this country, enjoying the holiday, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, man, and I appreciate y'all coming on a whole hour earlier. So, like I said, I'm expecting people are used to us coming on at 6, but it's all good. And I'm expecting some people to hit the panel. So I made up a little rule sheet. You know how I do it. Let me bring that up. What's going on? Oh, okay. About to say we're live and anything can happen. All right. So here, so everybody's watching, everybody who wants to hit the panel, here are the rules to the Straight Talk Society.
I feel like rule number 2 and 4 were direct. Number two was for to protect me, and number 4 was an attack on me.
So I go back and I watch all the shows. I go back and I watch everything. I watch Pour Your Heart Out. I watch anything that's done over here. I go back and I watch it.
And that last show was fire.
Yeah. And one thing that happens is, especially when we have a lot of people on the panel, it gets into the over talking and you can't hear what the other person was saying. Like that happened a lot with Wayne and Q. Like they were just going back and forth, but nobody really was hearing what the other one was saying. So that's why I say if we keep it to like 2 minutes, we don't need to hear anybody's life stories and stuff like that. So we just come over here and that's how you do it. Another thing I did want to say, so to everybody that's watching, when you guys see like me have certain people on the panel, anybody's welcome. But when you hear me say like a co-host or something like that, or if you see Nini's talking about co-hosts and things like that, everybody don't get that privilege. Those are people that we trust and that we believe that, hell, if I needed to call Mike one day and be like, hey, Mike, I need you to do a show, no issue. I would trust that he wouldn't do something to get my damn channel shut down. So that's how it is. That's why there's not a lot of wrenches in the chat and things like that, because here's the thing. I get it, man. I've been around YouTube enough to know a lot of y'all just run around from panel to panel to cause strife and shit like that. That doesn't work over here, man. Like I said, I rather just start from my own pool of people than to recycle the same troublemakers. And that's really what it is, because I feel like what we talk about is so much more interesting than the general conversation that goes on, that our people gonna come regardless. So that's what it is. So when you hear me say like co-hosts and stuff like that, these are people that I trust, that I'm like, you know what, your name in the title, you know what I mean? Like that's what it is. So that's where we are with that.
He trusts me, Wayne. You heard him? He said,
Hey,
he used me as an example. You heard him?
Hey, and we got a segment coming up later too, where we gonna play a song that was dropped in my lap, and I want to hear from the audience how they feel about that song. So, without further ado, let's get into the headline. So, anything in particular you guys want to bring up before I get my first story?
17:20. It's off. Thank you. 4 minutes. Whew.
Wait a minute. What do you? Oh, you talking about the hat? Yeah. What happened with the hat? What's up with the hat?
Hey man, you don't want to know,
bro. You lose you lose the bets. Hey Wayne, anything in particular you wanted to bring up before I bring up my stuff?
Nah, man, ride out, bro. I want you to get yours in, man. Ride out.
All right. So
I want to say I gotta wait for another show. You know what I'm talking about.
Wait, what? Where? Hey, where's your partner? Where's your partner that wanted to talk about the polygamy also?
Right. Hey, man, if I wasn't on my phone, you right. Go ahead and do what you're doing. Give me a second.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let them come on up here. I'm pretty sure the women will love that. All right. So, in keeping up with the theme from last week, I want to bring up this one picture that I saw. We probably not going to spend too much time on this one, but I want to make sure and get the panel's guests main opinion on it, mainly Wayne. So let me go ahead. What's up, Shaka? Peace to everybody that's in the chat. Peace to everybody that's watching. I know there's a lot of y'all watching today because the holiday and everything, and I appreciate it. Like I said, you want to come on over, you can hit the panel. The link is in the chat. If it's not, I'll drop it again. The only thing, you just need to turn your camera on so I see you in the back, but you don't have to have your camera on the panel, because I know how some people get with that. So let's look at this. Let's look at this first picture, Wayne. Let me know when you see this.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So mother graduation picture where her son goes viral because of her choice of outfit. So here we are again. Guess what, guys? Trevor's going to tell women what they should not be wearing. So what you think about this?
So what I think what stood out to me the most was the comments of people defending it, and they was like, of course, women most of the time, majority of women defend women foolery.
No, I was right.
And they were saying, "What? Huh?
You was right the first time."
Yeah. They. Oh well, at least she showed up and everything. I'm like, but again, it's the entitlement. You know what I'm saying? It's you can't tell me anything. I'm gonna be proud with even my cheeks out my stomach, man, that's horrible to go to that little boy graduation like that, man. I mean, but again, man, you know, women want that respect, but at the same time, I mean, I tell women when I talk to them, like, you know, how you carry yourself is how we approach you, basically, really. You know what I mean? So if you display, you know what I'm saying, strad culture, if you displaying hot girl summer, I mean, that's what you're gonna get approached as. So, you know, you're not gonna get any different. Horrible though.
So is she wife material?
Nah. I mean, I don't know her personally, but nah, just by looking at her, no, not at all.
For a simp.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Cliff, hit the panel if you want, because you got some explaining to do from last week. Mike won't attack you. Just hit the panel.
Don't listen to him.
What you got on this, Mike?
Bro, like, that is house attire. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you wear when you're not leaving the house. You just trying to chill. Maybe the AC ain't working. Like, whatever. That's not something you wear in public in front of your child's teachers, so they know what you like. They ought to, every teacher that child has ever gone through looks at him and goes, "Little baby, I'm so sorry. You can go to the bathroom whenever you want to." Like, that's how bad they must look at the mom. Like, oh, give him an extra burger at lunch, because you know he going to jail. Like, come on. Why would you wear? No. Y'all don't laugh. Be serious. Why would you wear this to school? Why would you wear this to your child's school? Like, this is embarrassing. And I didn't even see the comments, but there is no woman in her right mind that's going to look at that and think that's okay.
Oh, they are.
And that's
they don't check it. They don't check it, bro.
You didn't hear what in their right mind. There's a whole lot of running around.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Defended. Yeah,
looking like they got spidey sense, because it ain't nothing but foolery and fuckery bouncing around here. I don't know what's wrong with them. Looking like they got new growth. That's what it look like. It look like powdered new growth. They insane. I don't know what's wrong with them, bro. Like, it's like accountability is like kryptonite for them or something. It's like, if you see, the first thing you're supposed to say is "poor baby." The second thing you're supposed to say is, "Hey, do you need to borrow some shorts? You need to borrow some pants or something?" Like, what are you doing? Go home.
You know what I would love, man. I would love to just, and I have a few, right? Very few, but I would just love to get a woman's honest opinion on what is it about truth that they hate. What is it about any women in the chat, any women out there just watching the show? What is it about facts and accountability that you just can't stand? I just never understood that about the female nature.
Oh, I can tell you. Oh,
you're jumping the gun, but that's.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let's do it.
No, rock out, Trev. Rock out.
Let's do it. So Ricardo says this ain't appropriate. Ricardo, I know you probably at work, but if you're not, hop on. Go ahead, Mike.
Bro, all right. You know the scale where they have 1 to 10, right?
Yeah.
I saw a man explaining it the other day. He was like, this is the problem with women today. So there's a scale of 1 to 10. You know, 10s be the dimes. And the 10 women, 10 guys, right?
Yeah.
10 women used to mess with 10 guys. 8 women, 8 guys. You know, it used to be like you try to stay, you know what I'm saying, somewhere in your, maybe if you got the gift of gab, like, you know, some people got, you can move up a step or two. You feel me? That's what I did. You feel me? But anyway, you know, and maybe if you a little goofy or whatever, you might go down a step. You know what I'm saying? But you around, you plus or 2 where you are. You know what I'm saying? There was never a 4 looking at an 8 like, man, I'm gonna pull that. Like, it's never been like that.
Right.
But today, women who are 1s and 2s, they look at 1s and 2 men and they be like, okay, women that are 3 through 10 think they all deserve 10s. That's the problem. I'm not joking.
Hey,
Mike.
Hey, yo, listen.
You know I'm right.
Hey, Mike.
Yes. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you what it be too, Mike. I'm gonna tell you what it is, right? So let's say she's a 4, right? But she got a body. Let's say a guy who's an 8, he'll take out on a date and smash. Now Her thing is that's my cutoff now, 8, because he took me out on a date. He showed me a good time and we had sex. Now I'm a 4 who goes after 8s now.
No,
That's how they think.
Hold on.
Facts, bro. They keep mixing up that there's a difference between relationshipable.
They don't get it.
And smashable.
They don't get it.
Like when Trevor showed that picture, he didn't say, "Hey Mike, hey Wayne, would you hit that?" He said, "Would anybody wife that?"
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Women
Yeah,
don't
get
understand.
that.
They don't get it. They think because you took the Jimmy, you took the Bozak of a 9, you think you worth a 9? Baby girl, you are a 9's 4 a.m. That's what you are. You a 9 dudes 4 a.m. Hey, Chris Brown then knocked off a bunch of 4s. He don't call them heifers. He don't know their names.
Yes.
Her name is Thursday.
They think that hey sweetheart, how you doing? Or a drop in your DM or a like means companion, a relationship. That means marriage. They mean no. I tell women, I say most of the time men are offering, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I try to keep it clean, Trev. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time. You know what I'm saying? But they consider that as options. They think it's options. But yes, it's options, but it's not what you think it is. Most of the time, men approaching you, they offering dick. They ain't offering nothing else really.
So let me say that. Let me interject with this because and y'all brought it up. When you look at her, I mean, if you a heterosexual male, you're gonna look at her and you're gonna be like, damn, she fine. Body, okay, Mike, I ain't trying to get into the fine argument with you. I ain't trying to do that. But you look at her and you're like, damn, she got a banging ass body.
We agree.
And if we saw her walking like that today's Memorial Day, so they're out on the beach. If we saw her walking on the beach like that today, perfectly acceptable. The issue is that's how she shows up at her little son. On top of that, it's graduation. And you know kids are already over sexualized as it is. So now all his little classmates gonna be looking at him. He gonna be the butt of the joke because now everybody gonna be like, man, I want to F your mama.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
and they don't understand the psychological effect that they have on these kids, man, at all.
Trevor, you went to school with me. What you think I would have did if somebody mama walked in looking like that? Bro, I would have been in 3-4 fights before the day was over because I'm going in on your mama. I'm going in. I'm gonna have textbooks, open them up like, and then his mama walked by and the booty cheeks did this. Like I'm gonna have so many. I'm gonna talk all about your mama for the rest of the day. I'm gonna get kicked out of classes. Because they're gonna be like, Mr. Fred, hey, I'm sorry, you ain't see his mama ass. I saw the whole bottom of the cheek. You wasn't there, teacher? Mr. Washington, you ain't see that? Like all day. And you can't tell me that's not gonna mess with your mind. Because there's a dude who made a joke about me in elementary school to this day. If I see the commercial, I want to cry inside. So I know that stuff sticks with you. And it ain't had nothing to do with my mama.
So why don't they, maybe they're just not taught. Of the effect that it's having psychologically on the kids though, because come on, man. No, I remember, and this was back in, I want to say like 2000, maybe 2002. Me and my cousins were out on the beach, videotaping. That's when we were heavy with walking around with camcorders. We were walking around on the beach, and there's this lady that got a bunch of kids walking behind her, and she got on her perfect thought outfit, ass cheeks out and everything. And her little son said to her, "Mommy, they're videotaping your butt." And she started to put some more stank on it. Like she didn't care. She wasn't conscious enough to be like, damn, I'm out here with my kids with all my goodies showing. I'm probably going, she probably going to end up with some more kids, with that type of attitude. I'm just thinking about like, and then when you talk to them about these things, your body, you're trying to tell me what to do to my body, you're policing my body. But they never stop to think like, damn, you got some brothers that actually wants us to look decent, that actually is trying to get us to put clothes on. I never I never got that. They always criticize us for telling them, hey, put on some clothes. But when the guy is telling them, hey, shake that ass, show some more, twerk, do this, bitch. Oh, yeah, hey, is never an issue. So, like, I don't know where we are with this. I really don't know.
Yes, you do. We're always in the same position. It's as long as they benefit, is good. The second the benefit goes the other direction, is bad. If a man's telling me to take my, he called me a bitch and he told me to take the strip. I can't. He is misogynistic and horrible. Hold up, he called me a bitch and told me to strip to a beat. That nigga the shit. Oh, bro, it's what it is, man. They don't think they don't understand. They know they don't care. You know how like our friend, our homegirl, who listens, she knows. No, dead ass. She is a reputable young woman. She knows number one, what I don't like about it, and she knows why in certain aspects it's unacceptable. But she don't care because it don't affect her in her mind. She don't have to care. So, what you gonna do about it? That's basically what they say.
She gonna come up here and check you.
I've been put my checkbook up. I don't get checked. I got an iPhone. I don't get checked. You
All right, y'all got any last ones on this? I want to move. I got a couple of them that I want to get through.
Yeah, man, this culture has just, I read in this book, man, by Dr. Kenneth. I don't know. It's called Black Ghetto by Dr. Kenneth. I can't remember it. And it's a book I read, and he said how it was a part in there. He said in the chapter, he said Black culture has embraced like hip hop culture, ghetto culture over middle class and upper class culture. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that has to deal with that, man. Good book, but yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Bro, I think male side has accepted thug life, and women's have accepted prostitution life. Like those two things are what is
over middle class and upper class. Yeah, over middle class and upper class. We put that over middle class and upper class. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
lifestyle.
And I don't get it. Like, don't nobody want to go to jail, but snitches get stitched. Bro, you ain't never been in no situation where you could be a snitch. Yeah. You go to church. You at church on Thursday night. What you know about snitching? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm being so real, bro. Like, hey, bro, I ain't finna snitch. What are you talking about? The only cop you call Mr. Armstrong, you know the dude. Like, you went to school with his daughter. Like, what you talking about? You ain't no thug. Stop acting like you a thug. And I'm not gonna go any deeper because that lead to someone else. But I'm just saying, like, I don't understand that. How you a gangster? You ain't never been arrested, my nigga. Word? You a thug though?
And I will say it was a woman that sent me this picture. So here's another one. This one's kind of old, but I did want to get you guys' thoughts on it because I had it in my list. So I wanted to make sure that we got to it. Hold on, let me go grab this one. Yeah, because this one is disturbing as shit. And I even was asked a question about this earlier. How come our reactions aren't the same when it comes to this, when it's a man versus when it's a woman? So I'm curious to see what you guys are going to say about this one. So let me pull this one up. So here's the next one. 31-year-old Colorado woman only sentenced to 90 days in prison for having a baby with a 13-year-old boy. All right, so go ahead, Wayne.
Let me tell you something. I hate media. They suck, right? They push this feminine. Like if because I see a bunch of articles like this, but if it's the woman, you'll see how they'll reword things, right? Having a baby, they won't say sexual assault. They won't use the word rape. They won't use none of that with the woman. Go back and do your history on these with these teachers having sex with these kids in school. These boys, they'll say like a sexual relationship or something like that. If it's a man, they'll use like words like rape, sexual assault. I'm telling you, pay attention to these articles. And it happens more than you think with these. And if you talk to men like I do, I talk to a lot of men, they'll tell you a lot of time, either their first sexual experience, even if it wasn't losing their virginity, it was with an older woman around the neighborhood or something like that. So it happens well with men. It's this guy, Dr. T.S. Johnson. He does a study, and also Dr. Tommy Curry. Is it Tom Curry? Tommy Curry? He does black male studies. He's real big on that, and he'll show you the numbers, man, of how black boys experience sexual assault. Maybe not as much as black girls, but almost is getting there. Because I mean, again, black men don't speak out about it as much. Now that they do, and they're finding that those numbers are rising. So this is not old. I mean, this is not new, man.
I you know what? I'm glad that you brought it up that way, because I want one of these women to come up and challenge what you just said. Just because I like the way you put it, you know, with the whole wording, and I never thought about it, because I'm thinking of the headlines when it's a man and when it's the time that's given. The disparity is so big. Like a man will get years.
Oh, exactly. And the statistics always show that women get lesser sentences than men when they commit a crime. That's just in black and white. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you know, it's just out there, man. Like, and again, I mean, if anybody want to have this debate on privilege, I mean, whatever, you can get spanked, but please don't come to me with that.
Speaking of that, Wayne, speaking of that, what you doing this Thursday? Because Dr. Mia is doing another therapy session. She's doing Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and we kind of wanted you to be on it.
Yeah, I'll come on. Yeah,
all right, cool.
So about what Wayne said, if you look it up, it's media is trife with it. If you look up black kids and white kids, you'll see black kids are always thugs with the hammers and that, and white kids are running through meadows and frolicking and shit. It's what they do. And a 31-year-old woman cannot have a baby with a 13-year-old boy. She raped the little boy. That's just what it's like. It's like a prison guard can't have a baby with an inmate. You rape the inmate. It is what it is. By law, you cannot have a baby with that person. You rape them. It's not. You can't like having a baby with someone you're on equal footing. And I'm not talking about actually having the baby. I'm talking about legally. We're talking about legal grounds. I can't have a baby with a 12-year-old. I raped that 12-year-old, whether it's what's that S word? My brain is going numb.
Statutory.
Whether it's statutory or whether I had permission from the mom. But it's like, still, like, that person can't give consent. Like, it's impossible for a child to give consent. That's like, I smashed the lady when she was in the nursing home and she was unconscious. That's right. She can't give no, I'm saying that because it's happened. I used to work in a nursing home and someone got fired for it. People do that. Like, it's real. It's not just a Kill Bill thing. It's real. It's sick. You feel me? So this woman is a rapist. She is a rapist. That is what it is. But the media, they don't like to make women look like that. If it's a guy, whether there's evidence or not, they hang him. Look at the dude who what's the dude who played in Creed? Major, whatever his name
Jonathan, what's his name? Jonathan Majors or something like that.
Before there was ever any evidence, they had this done. He needs to lose this. They need to fire him from Disney. They needed this and the third. They needed that. But when Amber Heard was up, they were like, "What? What are you talking about?" That man had to go all the way to court and had to start the court case before people were like, "Well, maybe Johnny's telling the truth." Oh my God!
Hey, one second, Mike. Hey, Kevin the Maker, just turn your camera on real quick so I know you're not trying to porn bomb me. You don't have to have it on the panel. I just want to make sure that you're a human and you're not one of my haters coming after me. All right, you good? All right, you can turn it back off if you want, or I'm gonna. All right.
But yeah, that's
find the right lighting. Oh, go ahead.
That's how they are, bro. It's
your camera off, but no, you good. You're on the panel now.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Like, I'll never understand why. And that's my problem. You say, I tell people all the time, they go, "Why do you get on women?" And I say, because society infantiles women. Like you read this headline, it looks like this 31-year-old mistakenly found her palindrome and then had a baby. Well, people don't know what a palindrome is. Mistakenly found a 13-year-old and was like, oh, wow, he was really tall for his age. Oh, shucks. Like, it looks like it was a mistake, but it wasn't. She knew he was 13. She had his information in school. She smashed him. You know you don't get pregnant the first time. That stuff they tell you on TV. They will smash it. She was repeatedly smashing a child.
Yeah. You remember the story, and she just recently died. Mary Kay Letourneau, the white woman that had a couple of kids with the 13-year-old. It was back in the 90s, I want to say, like late 90s, early 2000s. Y'all remember that story?
Nah, I ain't got no memory.
Yeah, she was married, a white woman. She was married. She was married. She was married with kids, and she ended up having an affair with a 13-year-old kid, and ended up getting pregnant, having 2 kids, and then she just recently died within the past few months.
All right, 2 things before you jump off. One, good, she died. Get her out the way. Secondly,
go ahead. Now I want to see what Nene was saying. Unfortunately, our society glorifies younger boys being able to pull an older woman.
I was just about to go there.
I was going to go there, but again, she's jumping the gun on me. But it's all good.
Hey, Nene got a 45. You got to respect it. You got to respect the 45. You feel me? I was about to say, because Wayne was saying earlier that it's catching up. I don't think it's catching up, bro. What I think it is men are taught to either show that you're proud that you got the coochie early. Because I know when I was out, like, I ain't gonna tell y'all no ages because people will look at me and they'll be like, you are hurt. I ain't got time for that conversation. But I was doing stuff way. Matter of fact, I'll tell you a little small one. I know I was 15 messing with a 24-year-old. And I remember I was in a car and neither one of us could drive stick. But she looked at me and was like, well, you the man, so you try. And a couple people on 7th Street caught me. And they was like, what you? No, on 29th Avenue caught me. And they was like, what you doing? I'm like, neither one of us could drive, but I'm the man. I'm going to make it out of here. And I remember, like, I ain't even had a license. You know what I'm saying? But we'll never tell. So we look at it as if, okay, I'm pulling an older woman. I must be doing something right. Or we feel a way, but we're not going to tell anybody. I think there's just as many filthy women as there are filthy men out there.
Real quick, before we go too far, I want to let Kev come on and you got anyone you want to add, because I want to go back to what Nene said. Did you see the story, Kev?
No, I haven't seen that story. I've heard a few stories that go like that.
All right, so basically, because I don't want to have to pull it back up, Colorado teacher, 31 years old, facing 90 days in jail for having a baby by a 13-year-old student.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. 90 days.
Yeah, I think it all goes back to society just being open about sexuality in general. It's getting to the point where if a person isn't sexualizing themselves, it's kind of like, a woman, especially if they're not sexualizing themselves, then it's like they don't have much value as opposed to someone who's clean cut. We can definitely say the same about a guy.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Because he gonna fit right in over here. God damn, boy.
That's too fast.
Yeah, he gonna fit in right over here.
Don't give him no bomb. His ego already big as it is. Don't give him no bomb.
You get that Jamaican horn. You got that one?
That's my dog.
No, I agree 100% with what you're saying. So what I wanted to say, because Nene brought it up and Michael wanted to touch on it too. When we were growing up, and Michael, don't call no names, don't give no school names, nothing like that, because you good for that. But when we were growing up, Wayne, and we had some bad teachers at our high school. Ooh. So when we were growing up at the time, and we were looking at these teachers in a sexual way, we never heard about this shit going on though. It's like we knew that it might be a possibility that some of the teachers were having sex with the kids, but it wasn't as open as what it is now, where you're hearing these stories. I think I read a story that earlier this year, and by the time in March, there was already like 200 reports of students and teachers having affairs with one another. Jeez. So and Kev said, like, with teachers, with women, is the need to be sexualized now. And do you think some of these teachers come to school over sexualized? Like there was a picture going around of this Spanish teacher who I mean, you know what I'm talking about, but I mean that's her body. She couldn't hide that, but does that
you can't hide. Sometimes you can't hide.
Yeah, you can't, some of that you can't hide, but does that
Some of that you can't.
does like what position does that put the kids in, if I gotta say, and how do we teach them? Because with your girl, if your baby girl come home and tell you, hey, my man teacher made, or any teacher made a pass at me, is easy. We're gonna go kill him. Yeah. But when you have a son and growing up the way we did, and your son is like, hey, dad, I think my teacher made a pass at me or something, our natural instinct would be like, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? Like you have this older woman complex, like, oh man, that's my dog. You about to smash an older woman. Cause I mean, let's face it, when I remember, it's wrong now, but I remember growing up, I was 7 years old, and one of the 18-year-old counselors at the boys club used to always flirt with me. Now, as a 43-year-old man, I realized it was wrong. But back then, it was something I could tell my friends, like, hey, yeah, you know, she let me touch her booty, or hey, she this and that. You know what I'm saying? So we get into this whole, we gonna talk today. We gonna talk today. We got an extra. I added an extra hour on the show. We gonna talk today. We gonna get it all out today.
Whoa. Bro, that's regular degular. You remember everybody mama got that friend.
Peace, Van Cat.
Van Cat.
You can channel 2 if you want, if you're free.
Every mama got that friend who, oh, that's my little husband. Oh, look at him growing up. He getting strong. Hey, I pressed mine and I could have got it. That's how I know. I pressed mine when I got to like 16, 15. I pressed her and I could have got it. So I'm telling you, they base their ego on being sexually wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of women, their ego is based on male attraction. That's why these chicks will love to say, I ain't worried about no dude, but they wear the skimpiest thing they could think of because they want somebody to turn around and look. So they can go, what you looking at? They know they want you to look. If a woman went a whole day wearing nothing and nobody said anything, I guarantee you she want to jump off the building.
I want to play devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna start some stuff, Mr. Straight Talk. Okay, so I watched one of your streams, and you were talking about Shaka. Yeah, for sure. You're doing good.
Shut up.
Yeah, yeah, you were talking to Shaka about how there's a lot of perverted, just perverted women out there, and that little girls should cover up more. And then Shaka was talking and was pretty much saying that, you know, yes, girls should cover up, but what about boys? Since there are pedophile women out there, I'm kind of agreeing with her. I feel like maybe boys should cover up because, you know, there are creeps out there. Don't look at me like that, Michael. But yeah, there are creeps out there of all shapes and sizes, and it's not only women that are, little girls that are being targeted, but it's also boys as well.
You're not gonna get any complaint from me for that. So, but my only question to you would be like, because I remember what show you were talking about, but my thing with Shaka was directly that the little girls are wearing revealing things, whereas with boys, like, what are boys wearing that's revealing?
Yeah, what boys covering up look like?
Yeah,
you remember that day the boys were wearing the coochie cutters? Y'all don't remember that day? That never freaking happened.
No, let him go. I'm interested because he sounds because
I just want to know what he looks like.
Yeah, just hearing your voice.
What that looks like, boys.
I'm gonna be on a. I want to turn my camera on in a sec, but I don't know what a pedophile likes, but you know, when it comes but yeah,
I'm saying like what when you say boys should cover up more, what does that look like? Because I can understand when you say girls need to cover up more, like and shorts are short. You know what I mean? Are you saying that as well? Like boys are wearing short shorts or wearing their shirts off? Like what are you saying? What does that look like when you're saying, hey, if this boy is wearing this, it's revealing for a pedophile, for a woman who's a pedophile to go after him? What would that outfit look like on a boy?
Yeah, I would say just that.
Okay.
Leaving your clothes on, so like leaving your shirt on more, covering your shoulders, and not wearing short shorts. Like there's this one style you see like a lot of Caucasian white guys like wearing, where it's like the khaki shorts, and then they have like a t-shirt on. You could say that. So yeah, that's where I'm coming from with that.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think he just liked Shaka, and he was just doing that to piss me off. I think
he was shooting this shot. He was shooting this shot at Dr. Mia. That's what he was shooting this shot at.
I'm trying to make an appointment, but
I'm like, boy, this man shooting his shot hard on that show. Hey, no, but I really agree with what you're saying. But I'm glad, and this is what I want people to understand. He came on, he listened to a show, and then he came on and asked me a direct question about something I said on the show. That's what this is about. And you see, I never jumped down and said, no, I didn't say that. Blah, 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 I didn't say that. That's how men have a conversation. Man. And that's what this is about. You could question me on anything I ever say. I know I say a bunch of shit, but it's just Cliff is saying skinny jeans. But I guess because we're men, and I wish one of these women would come on, is that we don't know what I guess sexually appealing would look like to a woman. Well, I mean, what, we wear gray sweatpants?
That's the only thing I can think of. Gray
sweatpants. That's what I'm saying. Like, is it more with the women? Is it more psychological? Is it something that
I think so?
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. I think it's with men, with the men who does that. I mean, they're both are sick, right? But it's like with men who does that, it could be something psychological as well as just roided up fucking testosterone. With women, what is it actually? Is it something that's psychological with women? Because I mean, we're different in nature. So like what's attracted to us and what's turned us on sexually is different than a woman. A lot of times a woman, she could be missing something that she didn't get, and that could be her response to that. Women have a deeper psychology than men do a lot of times about that stuff.
Bro, it's basic. Men, pedophiles are looking at her like, oh yeah, I could take that home and dominate that. Women pedophiles are like, oh, I could put him here and he could be like the man of the house in my. They have little fantasies where they put you in.
So it's psychological. It's psychological.
Yeah, it ain't about
psychological. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
like look at the water drip all over his body. Like they ain't doing the old Martin bit. They look, because little boys ain't got abs like that. They looking at the little boy like, look at that little man. I could put him over here. He would rub my feet and bring me dinner and put the work on. I ain't gotta worry about him cheating
on me, beating on me, cussing me out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shit like that. That's what
it's almost like it's like the whole Oedipus complex thing where these women. Yeah. They make their sons basically their man. And it's like that's why they go out and they get these younger men a lot of times, because they're grooming them, like you guys saying, I could train him to do this and be subservient, and now I'm basically making a perfect man. Like basically that's what they're doing.
Making a sense. And that's the picture you showed earlier. That's the exact thing that was going on in that picture with the girl at the graduation. She was acting like that was her boyfriend. That's exactly what that was. Look at how they stand next to each other. You see me and my daughter take a picture, it don't look nothing like that.
We got normalized fathers in the house, man.
Yeah, we got fathers in.
Yeah,
we got normalized more.
we got fathers in the kids' lives. You can't make a woman keep you in the house. These heifers want child support, and these heifers want alimony. They want government assistance. They don't want a man. They don't want to listen. They don't want to be told what to do.
You gotta normalize wearing a condom.
So
hey, I thoroughly agree.
Shaka posted a comment, but she deleted it, so I don't know what it was.
Post it.
Yeah, I don't. Shaka, if you can,
mama.
Shaka, if you can, come on. You know, we'll give you your time to get it off. So you come on. I don't know if you're at work or what, but if you want, come on. You know, you Queen B. Hey, yeah, definitely Queen B. I'm putting the APB out for Queen B because
Hey,
she's
I'll
always
step over.
missing. She's always
I'll
missing
be-
the Man Talk Monday shows. So I'm putting the APB out for her. All right. I want to get to. Let me go to this next one. This one is going to be kind of. Man, this next one is we're gonna get more on the how these. I want the pour your heart out women to hear this one because this is
Queen B like me, bro.
this one is for Michael. Yeah. So hold on. Let me
I'm excited.
let me get this one set up because you know they always call Michael emotional. So we got a brother that's gonna speak right to their emotions. Okay, Queen. Hey, no, Shaka, get on this goddamn panel.
Yeah.
No, get on the panel. I don't want to hear it. Get on the panel. Let me know when y'all see this. Let me know when y'all see it.
Oh yes.
Yeah. All right. So,
speak my truth, my brother.
let me unmute it.
That there's only room for my emotions when they're convenient for the woman that's asking me to be emotionally intelligent. That any emotional labor I do that's not for her convenience or not that something she specifically asked for, that either goes unnoticed or when I'm saying something that's not favorable, the shit gets used against me and it becomes about how she feels about what I said and not about the shit that I said.
Ladies, he making some too much sense. Somebody cry. Somebody cry. Somebody cry.
So what? All I'm saying, because saying that, all right, now we got our own money, we want y'all to be emotionally intelligent. That's a great argument until it becomes a real life situation and you start to deal with an emotionally intelligent and you realize it ain't been enough of them in your life and you don't know what to do with that type of man.
You're not lying. You're not lying. This is fact.
Sweetheart,
This is
my baby, if all you done had is dudes that don't know how to express themselves, don't come sitting in front of me, a nigga that know how to express himself, complaining when I goddamn express myself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That man spoke from my heart. I don't know how he felt.
All right, go ahead, Mike, because I know that one's just for you. Oh shit,
Bro,
what happened? Oh, all right.
I'll let you take that,
like,
Mike.
These women, I tell you, women want what they want until they don't want it. If you ever been on my Facebook, you know what my hashtag is. Women just be talking. Because they just
Shaka, the link is in the chat.
They just be talking. Because they've been saying for years, I want a man that knows how he feels and he can tell me. And when I show up, they can't stand me. They can't. They hate it. Hold up. These boys are winning 4-inch hell. That's nice soccer. Man, get out of here. I'll get you in a second, Miss Boone Goddess. But that's what they want. They want an emotional man. Why? Because it sounds fantastic. But what they don't understand is they've been benchmarked and they've been running their lives off of men that don't give them anything because they don't want the argument. There's men out there who go, I'll say anything you say, just I don't want no argument.
Cookies on the bottom shelf.
You right. You got it. You feel me? You got it. Yeah. I'm not that dude. If I know I'm right, we gonna talk about it and I'm gonna show you. And guess what? I'm a grown man. If I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. I say I have no problem. But if I'm right, I'm not gonna kowtow and act like you right because you got a pussy. I've had pussy before, boo-boo. Yours is not the fantastic, fresh off the model floor. Yours ain't got the MSRP. You a regular human being, okay? I'm not gonna change who I am just because your coochie look nice in the sunlight. I'm sorry. It don't work like that. If you wrong, accept it. I am a man that can speak my feelings. We can sit right now, shut this whole show down, and turn into Dr. Philette, and we can go at it. Trevor could be the emotional counselor, and we can Dr. Mia tell you. I can talk my feelings. I went to class. I can speak my feelings and my emotions very well. Okay? But women don't want that because when they hear your feelings, they now have to take their feelings and put it into the matrix of, I have to give a damn what he's talking about now. Before, it was just, oh, well, he ain't gonna say nothing. Oh, shit, I got another one.
Mike got that bomb.
That's two. Hey, see the bottom of the
I
background?
like how you got it showing in the back.
Yeah.
I see it.
I gotta see my bombs in the back. I need that there in case I gotta flick Trevor when he says something I don't like. You know what I'm saying? I gotta flick the beard. So,
Hey, I'm gonna be right back.
All
no
right,
problem,
cool.
bro. No problem. So, bro, it's the saddest thing in the world when a woman, and this is real straight to women, when you realize that all the men you thought were toxic weren't, you're the toxic problem. But because you're a woman and you speak more, you're allowed to act like everyone else that makes the decision is a problem. You ever heard women? Oh, girl, he was this. Girl, he was that. And like Wayne says, no other woman takes accountability and says, boo boo, that was you. That was you. There was, but girl, he just gonna walk out the house and leave me. Well, were you in the house with a dude in just his boxers? But that's my friend. What are you serious? So if he's in a house with a homegirl and she was in her panties, and bro, you cool with that? That's different. No, it's not. You're toxic, boo-boo. You are. You're the problem. And women can't handle being called a problem. They've gone their entire life being told that not only do they shit don't stink, but they coochie made of roses and tastes like strawberries. It don't. Your coochie tastes like coochie. Sorry. You a regular ass human being. The only time your coochie tastes better is if you fresh out the shower or the pool. That's it. You a regular ass human being.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead, Wayne. Because I talk all day on this shit. I'll talk all day on this. Because I'm dealing with it, bro. I'm dealing with it. I just had a female that told me I'm wrong because I'm trying to check her for spending her money, even though she ended up in a messed up place. She ended up in a messed up position. And then I said, okay, I'm going to help you. And then she went and blow money on a weekend just because it was a special weekend to her. Like, grow the fuck up. You got bills and kids. But I'm the bad guy, though. And guess what? 5 weeks later, you was right. I don't know. I was tripping. I know. I don't need you to tell me I was right. I wake up every morning with a side of right. It's right there next to my water, next to the bed. I don't need y'all. My bad, Wayne. Go ahead.
Nah, you good. Right out. It was for you, bro. Nah, I agree. So there's this thing. So a lot of things is kind of like I push back on a lot of things in Black culture when it comes to the relationship between men and women. So one thing I always said was in the past, women hide wickedness and men hide vulnerability. There's a reason why men hide vulnerability, because women, a lot of times, it's two things. You could turn her off if you're too vulnerable.
Facts.
And she doesn't understand what you're saying. What I mean by that, I was talking to my friend the other day. I said, when I'm talking to you as a man, I am talking and we're communicating and there's understanding. Sometimes when I talk to my girl, I have to talk boo ba ba bee ba boo ba because she doesn't understand me explaining something to her logical, right? Or I give you an example again. Today I'm asking her, I text her, hey, how you feeling? Good morning. She's like, I'm just feeling unsure. And I'm like, okay. I call her like, all right, what you mean by unsure? What, she's talking about work and everything. But it was like I had to pull out of her what it is that she wanted to try and tell me, instead of her just talking to me. Like if I went to Trevor, if I went to Mike, if I went to Kev, hey man, I'm feeling unsure about my job. Why are you feeling unsure? A, B, C, D, E. Right. So again, back to that, what the guy was saying is, I mean, it's true. Women want vulnerability, but they, like Mike said, they don't really want it. They want it to a certain extent. Because if you, and I tell men, like I fight back on that. I'm like, yo, don't be too vulnerable with her because she gets turned off about it. Or if
all right, hold up, Wayne, hold up, because I'm glad you brought this up. See, that's what happened when you in sync with your panel. You remember when we did our show, when we did that podcast together, I mentioned to you about being vulnerable to women, and you had some pushback towards it. So obviously you still feel the same way. So
Yes,
what's the main reason? So now we have our women telling us, "Oh, I just want you to open up to us. I want you to open up to me. I want you to open up to me. What's your feelings? How come you don't talk to me? How come you don't do this?" And I agree with what you're saying. Like, you can ask a woman a question and she'll take you all around the runway, because women talk in circles, men talk in straight lines.
Yeah,
so,
TDJ said a piece.
Yeah, so you TDJ said that you ask them one thing and they're gonna take you all around the damn runway before they get to the point. So that I get, but what is the issue with being vulnerable? Okay, two-part question. So what's the issue with being vulnerable to your woman, and what does being too vulnerable look like?
So that's great. Two questions. So I want to go straight to this text. The second question: too vulnerable means, because I always tell men this when I talk to men: if you do not come to your woman and vent all the time. If you're having a bad day at work, if you're having if your leg hurting, because her nature, right? I argue nature again, and I know the girls get on me about this and pour your heart out. It is about what you are, not who you are with me. Okay. So if you are coming to her complaining about her all the time, because her nature is to see strength in you. So when you always coming to her being vulnerable, "Oh, babe, I just had a hard day. My back is hurting," she dries up inside, and she may not tell you. She'll rub your back and she'll tell you, "Oh, baby, it's okay," but she's looking like, "Oh, this nigga here is a softie." So you got, and I tell black men all the time, find a black man or a man, a mentor or whoever to vent to. Now, your first question about vulnerability, how much you know. Yeah, it's okay to talk to your girl and say, "Oh, babe, how was your day?" It was all right. I ran into a little couple obstacles, but like vulnerability. But then behind it, you want to say, "Yeah, but I solved that problem. Like I killed it. I did what I had. I crushed it." Right? Always fix it up with strength. Always go to your boys and cry on their shoulders. If you gotta cry, go, because again, like that guy said, and again, it's another thing that I push back on is who deemed women to be better partners in marriages and relationships? Who deemed that? They don't communicate very well. Okay, when are they working on their skills as a partner?
Never.
Outside of dating. Exactly. So who deemed that? So that's why I say I push back on a lot of cultural norms in our culture. Again, vulnerability is one of them. I tell men, be like that guy said, hey, if you haven't had experience of a man, just like Mike, same with you, Mike, and that guy said, y'all both say the same thing. If you haven't had experience with a man in your life expressing himself to you, what he don't like, hey, having a different opinion, being objective, then you're not gonna understand how to communicate with that man. So yeah,
bro, nothing dries up coochie more than a man looking weak to his woman.
A whiny man.
Nothing.
Don't do it.
You ain't never seen a dry. Bro, they don't, and that's what kills me about the soft dudes. They be like, "No, she really wants to." I'm like, "No, that's why you always don't do on red in the text. That's why you kept on red.
Don't do it.
Because they all that good morning, queen, good morning, love. They just like, I can keep you there until I'm really bored because I'm gonna go look for the real one. No woman wants that. I learned that in what was it? Ninth grade. Mm-hmm. I was in internal suspension, and my internal suspension teacher was our football coach at the school. And there was a song that was out. I ain't gonna say no name, so I ain't dating nobody. But there was a song out, and I was singing the song, and he stopped me and said, "Hey man, don't sing none of that." And I was like, "Why?" He looked at me and said, "Don't no woman want a man on his fucking knees." And I said, "Word?" And I looked around. Every girl in internal suspension was like, "You better tell him. You better." And I was like, "Nigga, okay." And that's real.
It's kind of like the good guy. Yeah.
So
you're right.
Go ahead. Because y'all know I got a little.
Go ahead, Kev.
Go ahead, Kevin. Get in.
Hey, fine. I'm sure there's a balance in there. I mean, like, let's say your parents pass away, and you're upset about it.
You went low for some reason.
He's trying to be sexy.
Exactly. I can't hear you.
Is it really? Okay.
He's trying to be sexy for girls that want that Sigma male shit. He's trying to be sexy. Oh, he froze.
Ah, shit. Yeah, because I knew you was going low.
Speak up. Use your bass, Negro.
I think you're in the Matrix. It froze up. You're in the Matrix.
Trapped, bro. They barely got that thing out the back of his neck. All right, well, let me go till he get back.
Yeah, because he's spooling right now. Hold on, because what I wanted to say. So basically, Carl Thomas is a square. You're talking about when singing "I'm emotional" and this and that. Wait a minute. Hey, this rated PG, the Princess, the GOAT. Thank you for coming back, Queen. To this show, I just want to point out that he said no girls. I'm school suspension. I don't understand what you're saying. If you wanna come on the panel though, you more than welcome to come on the panel.
I feel like you to diss me. Get better grammar. I might have been in the school suspension, but at least I learned how to write.
Hey, hold up, man. Hold up. No.
Diss me.
No. Don't do that. If she want to come on, if she want to come on, she can come on. This is what I wanted to say though, because y'all talk about. So y'all basically dissing the emotional dudes.
No.
Hold up. Because don't okay. So now you're telling the boys, you're telling the men, oh, don't be vulnerable. You shouldn't be too vulnerable in front of your woman and this and that. So guess now what happens? Now your sons that's watching you not be vulnerable to your woman. Now they end up being the same way, and now they not be vulnerable to somebody's daughter now, and you just had this constant cycle. Isn't it like the boys growing up, and you're telling them, "Oh, boys don't cry," we're robbing young boys of their emotions.
You are inventing a problem, sir. No child in here has watched their father be vulnerable with their mother. That's not something that a child is supposed to see. That's not a child's place. I've never seen any man that was married to my mom. I never saw him be vulnerable. I've seen him be loving to my mother. I've seen him be like caressing my mom's back or giving her a present or something. But vulnerability, the way that Wayne and I are talking about, that's not something the child is supposed to see in the first place.
Have you ever cried in front of your wife?
Me? I don't cry. I'm crying. I ain't cried since I was 13.
So what if your parents pass away, Kevin, and you want to cry? You don't think
there's exceptions to
bro?
There's exceptions to the rule.
Oh wait, you guys are acting like Shaka. Y'all are living on the bell curves. Okay, there's always gonna be something that's extreme that can happen. Okay, right. If my daughter dies, I'm a scream. Did you ever see that picture of what's his name? Damn it, the little boy who got killed by buying some Skittles. Why that punk ass white boy, the white
Trayvon?
man?
Sure.
Yeah, Trayvon.
Oh, Trayvon.
You saw that picture of Trayvon's father screaming when he found it, and all the women were around his back and hold. I'm gonna cry like that if my baby died. That's my daughter. That ain't vulnerability. That's internal distress being released.
Yeah, but we're talking about two different things here.
Right,
hey, one second though. Rated PG. Hey, I'm glad that you came over here, so it's all good. You ever want to hit the panel, you can. We all know how autocorrect is. We knew what you were talking about. He just felt like you were trying to attack him, but that's Michael. That you'll get
internal suspension.
You'll get to know him. If you ever want to come up though, you can. Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
The vulnerability we're talking about is, man, I had my boss. I went to work and my boss tripped on me hard, and I'm so mad. And it's a messed up situation. I'm gonna run home and talk to my wife. Baby, man, my boss was over there tripping.
That is vulnerable.
And
I'll argue
that's not vulnerability to me. That's why I wanted to know. That's why I wanted to know what our definitions of it was, because to me, I see that as bitching.
Same thing,
bro. It's the same thing. Vulnerability is trying to express your feelings about the day to your woman.
No, here it is. No, get him, Kev. Get him, Kev.
Go ahead, Kev.
Get him, Kev.
Listen.
I'm 12 years old.
I'm an old soul, man. Not really. But no, I would say vulnerability is all about intimacy. Being able to go through life with somebody, friends, family relationship, and being able to go through those challenges together is part of the vulnerability. So to say that you shouldn't be able to let your girl or your wife be part of any issues that you're having, I think that's where Mr. Straight
That's
Talk
not
is
what I
saying.
said.
That's not.
I never said that.
It's pretty much what
Get
you're
them niggas, Kev. Get them niggas.
Okay.
Wayne, before you say this, because you and Mike, I think we're talking about two different things, because I'm not talking about showing what we would perceive as weakness and coming home and crying about, oh, I had a bad day and this and that. Right. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, what I mean when I'm saying being vulnerable in front of your wife, is if, hey, I'm thinking about killing myself or something like that. You mean you want the guy to be quiet? He shouldn't be able to go to his wife?
No.
Go ahead, Wayne.
His wife is his helpmate. She should be able to comfort him when he's feeling something. Especially if it's a work situation. Like, man, I don't know what's going to happen with this job, but I'm going to make something happen.
Let him get it, Wayne. Let him get it, Wayne, and then you go next.
Right. Got you. You know, we're going to
Shaka in the chat cheering.
That's part of vulnerability right there.
All right.
But to like gossip, I think you're talking about gossiping. That's not vulnerability. That's just bitching and complaining.
All right.
I think that's what you're talking about. Or
that's what it
sounds like.
Here's where black men screw up, and here's where you're screwing up, Kev. Here's where you got to understand the difference with women. There's a difference between attraction and love. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference. And this is where men screw up at. Love and attraction is two different things. To keep your woman attractive to you, sexually, wanting you, damn, he turns me on. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about being her girlfriend. Yeah, you come home and you talk about certain things. I got a girl, bro. I've been in a relationship for 3 years, bro. I got a girl. I got experience with women. One compliment that my girl always tell me that she's attracted to me about is my strength. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a man's man in her eyes. You know why? Because I understand that attraction is important to women. So as soon as men, as we understand how to separate the two, number one, and we don't get caught up, which is Kev, I think you're kind of getting caught up in it. You're on it. I see what you're saying, but I think you're getting more caught up into this now social thing where women want their men to be their girlfriends. And even if you heard of Ryan's Fanzan, where she said, men are men. We're not women. Okay? So stop trying to get us to be your girlfriends, okay? I'm your husband. I'm your man. I'm not your girlfriend. So yeah, of course, regular conversation, but I'm talking about, I'm just saying, if you having a bad day, you got to go cry to your friend who's a man. Call Trevor, call Mike, call Kev, call a pastor, call your barber, call a man and cry to him before you call your woman. Because I'm telling you, she'll love you, but her attraction will change. And if women are honest, and again, I talk to women as well, there's a difference between love and attraction. That's where men screw up at.
Yo,
of course, men is not going to agree. They ain't going to give you the secret.
Hold on. Shaka, are you at work or something? Why you can't come on? Because I promise you, I'll mute all of their mics. They won't say anything.
I think she likes
I know why I want to come on. Shaka likes it when it's 19 women and one dude. She like to jump. She like to be queen leader holding the flag when they jump in the dude. She don't want it the other way around. And my dude Wayne, you are 100% correct. These people want to act like these women want to act like they'll tell you, oh, I want a guy to be this and I want a guy to,
and they'll get turned off quick.
Yeah, it'll turn off. You ain't never see. I talk to women all the time. Real women will tell you that I don't want my man to be my girl. A real woman don't want that. They want a man to be man. If you run to your girl every time there's a problem, and then one day she'll look at you like, but what the fuck do I have you for? All you do is cry about your problems.
Kev, let me say this to you. Kev, hold on. Let me just say this to you real quick before you start up.
Go ahead.
All right.
Ain't nobody gonna attack you, girl. Get out of here.
All right, Kev, you ready?
Protect you, Shaka. Don't worry.
Don't ask the
You know,
fish
Mike.
how to catch a fish. You ask the fisherman how to catch a fish. Do you understand
Ooh,
that?
bars.
Do you understand that? So don't ask a woman how to get it.
I gotta, even though I don't agree with him, I still gotta try.
Hey, I know where you got that from, Wayne, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
Hey, you know the master teacher.
I
The
miss
master
him too,
teacher,
nigga,
baby.
too.
The master
Yes,
teacher.
sir.
R.I.P. to the legend.
You feel me?
R.I.P. to the legend.
Yes, sir. Hey, and he said something else that was fantastic. He said, whenever you have a lion and a lioness, and the lion and the lioness are together, and the lioness is trying to be strong, but the lion keep dominating. And then the lioness get mad, like, man, I want to be in charge. I want to be in charge. So the lioness leave and go find a penguin.
Yep.
And that's with a penguin. And the lioness with the penguin, and the penguin is doing all the stuff the lioness says she
You'll
wants.
get bored with her.
But she not happy because she bored. Because she's a
You'll get
freaking
bored with her.
lioness. You supposed to be with a lion. Stop fucking with them penguins.
Kev, how old are you? Real quick, bro. How old are you?
I'm old enough,
Nothing
sir.
against you. Just
I'm kidding. I'm 29.
well, I just want to just.
I figured he was younger than
Fine.
us.
You 29?
He's
But I do a lot of
fair enough.
studying.
I just want to know. I'm not. I'm. You know. I'm with you, bro. I'm not trying to like go against you. I'm with you. I just wanted to know your age, but I'm with you. You know.
And Wayne, you want to be disgusting? That bro Kev know the guy we talking about, and he used to be a student of him until he switched.
Who? Kevin
You
Samuels.
know who I'm talking about?
No, not Kevin Samuels.
No.
No.
I'm talking about Kevin, the guy right there.
Hey, Cliff, are you at work?
He was a member of the. I'll use this name, the Black Phillip community.
That's him.
Yeah,
You switched
he
out
know
on
about
him,
it. He
You
switched
on
out.
him,
I don't know
Kev?
what happened to
Oh,
him.
no, I still listen to him.
Me and him was like
Oh,
this
okay.
on that Black Phillip stuff.
Oh, yeah.
and he
So how
just
you
switched.
talking like that?
Oh, okay, hold on.
All right, I
Are we
get it
talking
though.
about-
But I get it though. He's
He's
a part of the younger generation, so I get him. You know what I'm saying? But you listening to the master teacher.
No, I'm sorry.
That's
Are
a
we
master
talking about the lighter complexion or darker complexion?
Black
I'm
Phillip.
talking about
Yeah,
Black
that's
Phillip.
it,
Stop playing.
Uh-oh. All right, y'all. Hey, Kev, get out what you gonna get out, because Shaka's in the
Go
back.
ahead, Kev.
Dang. He said a lot, but I was gonna say if your wife isn't there to help you with your problems, because that's what a relationship to get married in the first place is to solve problems. If she's not there to help you through your problems, then what is she there for besides sex and kids?
Partnership, peace, femininity.
How can
Yeah,
she be a piece if she don't know what's bothering you?
We're not
That's what I'm
saying
saying.
Because that's
See,
not
you
her
going
job.
to the
Isn't to
thing.
solve my problems. My job is to solve hers. She don't solve my
Shit, I
problems.
got Cliff and Shaka in the back. Oh my
She
goodness.
don't solve
Thank you,
my
Cliff.
problems. I'm the
Thank you,
man.
Lotus.
I am a man. My job is to solve my baby's problems. Unless it's something she's good at, like if she's a insurance person, then baby handle that. But I'm not if I'm with a woman and she's solving all my problems, I guarantee you I'm gonna be single soon.
All right,
Okay,
but
that's part of vulnerability. Let's say she's an insurance agent. If you
Yeah, we get
are
that.
open to her and say, "I need help with insurance," that's a problem that she can help you with, and that's you
Not
being
vulnerability,
vulnerable.
Negro. That's finance.
You don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't agree with that one.
Vulnerability
you're not-
means you're open to be hurt. You're open. Look up the definition, Negroes. Oh, I got
All
some
right.
shock.
I think we missing the context here, man. I think we.
All right, hold up.
Got two
Y'all.
enemies in the building.
Now hold on, y'all. Everybody mute out. Everybody mute
right,
out.
mute
She
out.
say
I'll
she
mute out.
she say she feel like this is not a safe place, even though I know she full of
No.
shit.
No, first of all, hello everyone.
What's
Hello,
up, Shaka?
gentlemen.
Shaka.
How are y'all? This wonderful Memorial Day where y'all are speaking out of your asses once again when it comes to women and how we think. So I let this straight man talk Monday, but it really feel like it should be more of sister girlfriend talk with the fellas, since y'all know how we women are, what we think, how we need to dress, how we need to be. It's crazy to me. But I will say this. I'm not going to rehash everything that y'all have said. I can agree on certain points with each and every one of you, okay? Certain points on certain things, but let's make it a norm of not telling the problem of, well, women, this is y'all problem, and women, this is what y'all need to do, and women, y'all not doing this, and they believe this, and they think that. Y'all cannot speak. That's like me saying all men are the same. Will y'all agree that all men are the same? I can't hear you. Please unmute him. What? You can.
I
What?
think women think that.
We do not think that all men are the same. This is why we all have, no, most women don't think that all men are the same. Okay, right. Because you're an expert on women because you date women, right? Not because you are a woman, right?
So
okay,
Shaka,
that makes all the sense.
Tell me one thing that we said that was wrong, though.
The fact that you all are saying that why should boys dress? I'm not saying anything is wrong. You're entitled to your opinion. I don't want to say you're right and I'm wrong. I'm not saying that. Everybody's entitled to how they feel, right? But you can't sit up here and say that that little girls are more, guys, we dress them a certain way and that's why men look at them and men look at them because these little girls are different. Some of these little boys, just like when I was growing up, little boys look like little boys. These little boys don't look like little boys no more. They look like grown behind men. And if you don't have a real conversation with them, next thing you know, you out here buying PlayStation 5 and Jordans to keep up with, his senior class because they're in high school. Like these little boys come at women the same way, whether they like to be dressed in their little t-shirts and if they work out all the time, they got all their muscles out. You don't think that's attractive to women? No, you think it's just psychological. In our minds, you're in a turtleneck and a Carl Thomas jacket with the famous Stacey Adams on singing You're Emotional. And I'm envisioning, oh my God, I wonder what's under that jacket. No, I could see what's under the jacket. It's not just...
I love soccer, boy. I love soccer. Hey, soccer, double,
boy.
Double over there.
What's up?
Shut up, Kevin. Wait till me and get on. Stay off my Shaka.
So Shaka, will you agree?
Yeah.
Will you agree with us when we said that there was no reason that woman should have went to her son's graduation dressed like that? Can you at least agree with that?
I can't. No, I absolutely can't agree with you. There's a time and a place for everything, right? So your child's graduation is not the time and the place to come in some booty shorts and a crop top, smiling and cheesing. But I can also play devil's advocate, right? Since we women all think alike. You know what I mean? What I don't understand is what was the significance or the scenario, like what was the backstory of this outfit that she literally wake up on her son's graduation day and put these booty shorts on? Right, we don't know, but we're speculating that she's a thought and she's a hoe and she's all these things.
It's
because
the internet. We don't have context to anything.
We don't know. Right.
We don't have context to anything.
But because I'm going to go with what we're just assuming she woke up and chose that outfit to go to her son's graduation, yeah, that was tacky. That was tacky. That was tacky.
In the world.
You can say it's just normal.
Yes, it does.
There is. Give me a scenario where that makes sense.
What if she was a model and she had to go do a photo shoot and she knew that she was cutting in because she's a single parent and she's the only one taking care of her kid because where's the daddy? Why the daddy wouldn't know?
Hold on.
You have a scenario. You have some rules.
Okay,
We did rules.
There's no such thing as extra
No, hold on. Yeah, Mike, she's right. She calling out the rules. She calling out the rules.
Attacked. This is why I feel attacked. This is why I feel like this is not a safe place. Okay, let me just say that. Okay.
Are you hurt?
I am. I have a tissue, and I feel like I'm in my emotions, Michael. Okay. What I'm saying is this. We don't know the scenario, right? But it could have been something. I don't know what it was. But the reality is I'm going to go with what the internet put out there. And yeah, to me, it was tacky as hell. It's a time and place for everything. And there was never a time and a place to get your child's graduation, whether they little or graduating high school or graduating college or getting their master's. You should not be showing up at a formal function dressed like that.
Can I rebut, please?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Do it really quickly. Number one, her first point. I don't feel it because we weren't talking about kids at the age of hollering. We were talking about preteens. We were talking about preteens and how they dress. We weren't talking about kids who walk around with abs trying to holler. We were talking about preteens, but you might not have been privy to that, so I'm not going to hate on that. Secondly, of course, sweetheart, of course. Secondly, there is no scenario because if that model knew her child was going to have graduation, she would put a spare outfit in a bag and leave it in the car because a model has wait a minute, clothes. That's what the fuck they put on. Clothes. So she would put real clothes in the car, change in the car, and then there is no scenario where that outfit made sense.
Mike, these are the same women. These are the same women that can go to work and have their clothes for the club, their clothes for happy hour in their bags. But you need to tell me she can't get off her goddamn model shoot and have clothes in the bag with her?
Bro, you're going too deep. These are the same women that want to drive in sneakers. They got slippers in the car to change because I don't like to drive in my shoes. Ma'am, you're cutting me off. It's my turn. I'm attacked.
Grow up, Michael.
No, you love me this age. So, like I was saying, this is my big problem with Shaka, right? I think Shaka is an amazing human being. I think she's wise. I think she has a good balance of feminine. Girl, I ain't asked you to help me.
Let me help you sing my praise. Yes, keep going.
As a good balance of feminine wiles and strengths, and not being a person that can be pushed over, being able to stand up for herself, but not being disrespectful and rude and unsexy, like for what a man would want in a woman. But she has a Team Woman tattoo on her back that no matter what, she will ride for them. That, like me, I'll tell you in a second, if Team Dude is acting up, I'm gonna be like, nah, y'all niggas is fucking up. I ain't riding with y'all on this one. She won't do it. It's gotta be, come on, yo. Y'all saw what that lady was wearing.
That is not true.
Trying to defend it a little bit. There is no defense for what that heifer was wearing.
First of all, if you listen to what I said, and that's my biggest problem with you, Mike, you didn't listen to what I said. I said, if we're going by whatever, if we're going by whatever, we're going by with the photo being put up, it was wrong. That is a time and a place for everything. I do not agree with her outfit. But then I also said, okay, well, let me play devil's advocate. Maybe that's what I don't. And let me just say this. I'm Team Shaka always. Okay, I'm all for right is right and wrong is wrong. But I too am entitled to my opinion. So if I want to agree with my girls, it's my prerogative to do so. If I choose to not agree with my girls, it's also my prerogative to do so. And I will tell them, hey, I'm not the yes woman. I'm not that friend. If you want a friend that's gonna be like, yeah, girl, yeah, you should do all that. Yeah, girl, yeah, that's not me. If I feel like it's wrong, I'm gonna tell you what I feel like is wrong. But if you don't ask me my opinion, I'm not gonna give it. And the tattoo on my back does not say, I ride hard for my friends. It say monster. But as you were.
Hey, Wayne, get in there because I know you want to say something.
You gonna let me see it?
No.
Yeah, you are.
Wayne, where you at?
I'm here.
My bad, Wayne.
What you got?
No, nothing. Because you see how she just came in and just on the fence. Just see, that's what they do. You see?
Yeah.
She literally.
Yeah. I was summoned.
Hold on. Wait. She literally said she's against it, but then played devil's advocate. Added a context that had nothing to do with the camera. The picture is just blunt there. But this is what I'm talking about when I talk to men about when they get into conversations and arguments with them. You see what she just did? That's what they do. I have no response for that because she is doing what what women do. They come in, they're down the middle, they have an opinion, but at the same time, when they play devil's advocate, add a context to something that didn't even ask for a context because the picture is plain in sight. We don't care what she did before. We don't care where she was before. The point is that if you want to do that, hey, I'm sure you knew about this graduation weeks ago. Prepare yourself. Be more responsible, period. So again, it's just no. I have nothing because that's just what they do. That's what they do,
and that's why Pour Your Heart Out women love Wayne so much. Kev, what you got?
Exactly.
I think that's just funny, but yeah, I can't be on Shaka's side with that.
It's again, y'all are missing it. Y'all are missing it. I don't agree with what she had on. I'm so sorry to Kev. I just don't agree with what she had on. That's all I'm saying. That's it. But y'all take it and run with it as y'all do. Go ahead. Sorry, Kev. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. And I appreciate the fact that you're playing devil's advocate because there's always another perspective that somebody might not see. But yeah, I don't have to see the picture to know that yeah, it probably wasn't appropriate, but it all goes back to the culture sexualizing everything to the point where, yeah, you can just walk around in booty shorts, and it's not just, you know, black women. Even like where I live, like around the beach, you see, you know, white girls with like little booty shorts, and you know, if they're the type of person that's like bothered when people come up to them, well, look at what you're wearing. How could I not, you know, holler at you or whatever. So I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, I think it all goes back to the sexuality of the way society is right now.
So Cliff is on the panel. Cliff, what you got to say to this argument? Cliff.
He agrees with me.
Yeah, he might still be at work. So
He's spitting.
So this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do right here. While the liquorship is high, I want to introduce a new segment to the show, to the Man Talk Monday. Hopefully, we're gonna do this. If anybody got any music or anything they want me to play, I want to get to the. So Cliff dropped off. He probably is at work. I want you guys. I want you guys to let me know what you think about this. Those of you in the chat, you want to let me know after the fact. We gonna bump this. We gonna bump this new song. So I want you guys to let me know how you feel. This was sent to me by an anonymous person. They just asked me, "Hey, just play the song for me." So I want to. Okay, Cliff is back. So I just want to. I want you guys to let me know if you can hear it. We gonna let this thing bump. And here we go.
I waited a long time for this.
Can y'all hear it?
Just called me up. Told me fuck that old stuff.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, I got something new for you, homie.
How long is that?
Triple X. SIXXEXO.
Yeah.
Let's go. Old hoes got new tricks. Old folks hate my new whips. Old chill spots got upgraded. F vodka and Netflix. Old J's for these new fits. Old Blaze backwoods piff. Old bills that I got them faded. Now the pots and checks ripped. My old homies was reckless. Whipping in the bando. Couple white girls jiggling topless. Rock mixed with thoughtness. Rock life recognized. Far from a thug, but I got mine. And an 18-month-old with my initials giving me the 9 to pop mine. And it's registered. So I sit next to your body while you shot crime. Card in my hand on my head. Tell them, oh yeah, I shot mine. Stop line. That confession, that shit was so cold. Another nigga beef that was squashed last week, man, that shit was so cold. Yeah, let's go. Getting to the money while you sleep, yeah. I'm on some new shit. Hard work pays off. Bitch, your boy about to take off, and I ain't coming back down. Yeah. I ain't coming back down. Triple X, baby. We finally here. Dedication, motivation, that's just part of the game. I can't explain all of the things that really made me insane. I put my soul in these rhymes to take my mind off the pain. Nobody helped when I failed, nobody gave me a thing. I made my way through the darkness, now I'm as bright as a flame. Thought I wanted some fame, but all I wanted was change. Now everybody can see me, now they screaming my name. Man, I done came long ways, and I'm just glad that I came. And now I'm shitting on these niggas, and I'm just doing my thing. It ain't shit they can do, but just sit and complain. Bitch, I'm fly as a plane. Boy, you simple and plain. Bitch, I'm running the game and you ain't running the thing. Nigga. Yeah. Getting to the money while you sleep, yeah. I'm on some new shit. Hard work pays off. Bitch, your boy about to take off and I ain't coming back down. And I ain't coming back down. Okay. Yeah, man.
In case you didn't know.
Oh, they know, homie.
What time it is.
My G, they know.
Or what I'm on.
They know. I do.
I simply tell them. Catch up, nigga. I'ma say it again.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Catch up with mustard, bitch. I'm out.
I'm on some new shit. Grind hard all week. Getting to the money while you sleep, yeah. I'm on some new shit. Hard work pays off. Bitch, your boy about to take off and I ain't coming back down. And I ain't coming back down.
So he gonna be modest. But in case y'all don't know who that was, spitting them bars on the first verse, that was my nigga Mike coming through with the hot shit.
I mean, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Okay.
Yo.
It's a vibe.
Yo, Mike, he all my this is the only time you gonna ever see him so bashful.
Yes, my new wake up. So Alexa, play that new song. Oh,
hey, yeah, Mike, man, Mike, that shit fire, man. Like I don't know why you didn't. I mean, when y'all made this? Can't hear you. Oh, hold on.
Nah, it's been a little minute. It's just I used to dabble because I used to write poetry because of a teacher at my high school, and ever since then I've been trying to write a book, and then somebody put me on the music, and I realized that I put words together pretty decently. So that's all that was, man.
it's a vibe. Yes.
Yeah, that shit fire though, Mike. For real. I ain't even gonna. If I thought it was trash, I would be like. Yeah, I would have told you that I couldn't upload it or something. I'd have been like, nah, it wouldn't let me load it for some reason. Yeah, that shit fire though. But if anybody got any music, man, they want played throughout the show, long as I don't get flagged for it, you know what I mean? It's your stuff.
That's my stuff.
Yeah, just shoot it to me, So, hey, Cliff. Oh, he fell off again. So Shaka, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere because I got another one I want you to see.
All right.
Yeah, man. Let me see. Did they kick me out? What happened? Oh, okay. Yeah, 1 second. Let me oh yeah. Okay, this one. Here we go. All right, so let me
y'all on
front screen, share screen. This is Mike. Mike was all bashful looking. I never see Mike so modest looking.
Yeah, that was hot. That was hot. You could definitely. Yeah, that was hot.
Yeah, that shit was fire, man. All right, y'all see that?
Hey, we got a new video up.
Yeah. All right, so let's rock with this one.
My son's father off of child support because it was causing turmoil in our co-parenting relationship. Recently, I looked up a few places for him to get his CDL so that he could possibly start his own trucking company, or he can even carry loads and make money for himself. What I decided was, you know what, Brittany, let me change my mindset. Let me help him help us take care of our child. And that's co-parenting.
Yes, sir.
I say to Miss Brittany, I salute you, Queen. Here's the thing, but the only ones that don't care are the broke ass niggas. I don't know what that's referring to. Let me know what you're referring to. What's that say? Donnell Shaw. Let me know what that comment is referring to. So about a year ago, we did a show called Straight Talk about child support. See, I could always plug in the thing. I still do the podcast, just so y'all know, but the podcast is shorter versions of these shows. So I don't physically record the podcast anymore. I just take like 1 hour bits of this show and put it onto the podcast version in hopes that I get you guys to come over to YouTube and watch the entire show. Because you guys got to understand, when we do these shows, part of the beauty of these shows is seeing the facial expressions and stuff like that, and the reactions and the immediacy where I could read a comment out of the chat and we could react to it right then. So the podcast still is around, but it's more condensed versions of this show. That's why I haven't been plugging it as much. So we did a show about a year ago. Mike was on it, Wayne was on it, called Straight Talk about child support. And I asked 7 different men what they thought about a particular child support subject. So now here we have a young lady saying that she's taking her child's father off of child support, and she even looked into getting him his CDLs and things like that, because she realizes that it'll be better in the future, if if he has his trucking business and he does this and he does that. So yeah, we're about to have a good old child support conversation. I see everybody. They done cut the cameras off because it's always a touchy subject. So Shaka, good and ready. So what you guys, Mike, what do you think about the video?
First and foremost, I would like to thank that young lady. Like, I don't know when child support went from forcing a deadbeat to do the minimum for raising a child to becoming a life-rearing financial sustenance, which is what it seems to be today. Women, like a lot of women that I see in my day-to-day, and there you go. All right, I'm trying to work with you, boo-boo, that I've come across use child support as like, how am I gonna pay my rent? But no, what you talk like, and I see it. And if you ever watch court shows, you'll die. Like real court, not like the one on TV, but real court, you'll see that there's actual women who get upset. Well, he's making $5,000 more a year. Why can't I get like another $1,000 in child support? Ma'am, it doesn't work like that. You've topped out. But what am I gonna do? And the judge looks at him and go, get a job. And like these women can't see it. Like co-parenting is attempting to assist the other parent in being better so I can help the child. That's what co-parenting is supposed to be. Like my ex and I, we're not the best of friends. We're not enemies or whatever. But if she needs to do something, I take the child an extra week. If I need to do something, she takes the child an extra week. If there's a loophole that I know she can get for her taxes, why wouldn't I help her? The more money she makes, the more money goes to my child. And that's the way that's not just co-parenting, but being a human being, period. If I knew a way to make Shaka $1,000 for nothing, I would do it for her. Not because she break me off, but because I know she's not a piece of trash. Why wouldn't I want good people to have money? You feel me? But if you're the person that is with my child the equal amount of time that I am, and in some guys' cases more, this is the person that's around your child more than you are, why wouldn't you want to help? And as a woman, if you want women always say, I want a father for my child. That's why I force the man to be around him. I want a father. I want my child to have a dad. You can't teach a boy to be you can't teach a woman what to look for in a guy if there's not a guy there. Cool. Make it easier for him to be there. And that's what this woman did. Not only is she like, he's doing his thing, he's doing what he's supposed to do, so they don't need to be laws against him, but she's also saying, I know with my expertise, I can help him get a better leg up in life. That is all a man wants. Like what man, I guarantee you that woman get Mother's Day presents. I guarantee you she get Mother's Day presents. I bet she get presents on her birthday from homeboy for no reason. And I agree, your sister is looking kind of good. Every time she pull the shades down like that, I'll be like, who's she looking at me? Stop playing. You're going to find another girl. I'm single. Stop. All right. Anyway, I'm at work. I'm trying to see that.
Cat, real quick. So Mike, do you agree? Do you agree with child support? Like, what's your overall on child support? You agree with child support, or do you think it should be, we should get rid of it?
I think child support should be like divorce. Before you can get a divorce, you have to before you can get a lawsuit, you have to sit down with someone and see if you can make some common ground, right? You have to sit down with an adjudicator or a magistrate. You have to sit down and it has to be a discussion. And if you can't do anything, then you go there. I think too many times it's, oh, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna come get you. Like, that's what I don't like. They use it like it's a weapon. Like, you don't like me no more, you got a new girlfriend, I'm gonna show you. And that's childish and petty. It's to be about the kid. If me and you can work this out, and I know you need a set amount, cool. And it should be 5 years. You talk to your person, hey, from now till 4 years old, I'm gonna give you this. Because I know that the older a child gets, the more money they cost, we're gonna adjust it every couple of years, like just out of common sense. Because I hate them sucker dudes who be like, oh, my kid is 2 years old. He's like, I gave her $100 last week. Like, what? $100? That's not even Pampers, my G. That's not even Pampers. Do you know what they do? You know how many hey, as a man who has raised a child, 2 kids on his own, 2 little girls on his own for 2 years, from birth to 2, and the other one was 4 to 2. That little bit of money go away quick. It evaporate like woof. And I'm cheap. They'll tell you I'm cheap. I'll be thirsty like you're gonna wear these shoes, so you're gonna go out of this in 2 days anyway. I'm cheap.
Kev, same question to you.
So child support. Somebody mentioned to Kayla. That was a great comment. Because I agree with her. I think child support is a good idea that is being weaponized to get rid of the parental system. It's also a way to get rid of fathers in the home too. So, and it's definitely a way to make life harder for men. When it comes to making a mistake in regards to not sleeping with a woman that he wants to live his entire life with. But in another sense, I feel like people should really stop, especially men, should stop laying down with women who they feel like they don't want to spend their entire lives with, because at one hand, child support is a thing that is used to weaponize the parental system of a 2-parent family house. I don't know. I'm getting nervous. Hold on, I'm playing video games.
He's shocking, making them all nervous and shit. On the
a little bit. She's looking cute over
wait
there.
for Dr. Mia, fool.
Hold on, let me focus real quick, because I'm doing 2 things at once. But yeah, I think people should stop, having sex just to have sex. Is the whole reason why they're having kids in the first place. If it was a situation where they were laying down with people that they saw themselves living with for the rest of their lives, and I don't think child support would even be an issue. But yeah, it's a difficult issue, but it all goes down to how this society is with child support. So yeah, that's my stance on it. I think it's a good idea, but it's an issue because it's weaponized. And I think the solution is, at least right now, is to stop laying down with so many people that you don't want to spend your life with.
All right, I want to go to Wayne, and then I want to go to Cliff, because I know Cliff, this shit hits home with Cliff. And then I want Shaka to kind of capsulize everything once she heard everything that the men had to say. So Wayne, what you got on this one?
I agree that men and women should take care of their children. I just believe you leave the courts out of it. I agree with Kev that child support a lot of times is weaponized. I'm leaving out the pookies. I'm leaving out the deadbeats, women and men. I'm talking about functional men who intent are to take care of their children, who have good intent when it comes to their children, are being sued and have their money extorted from them because a woman is in her feelings. So again, I mean, when we talking about ideas like capitalism or child support, I mean, just like Kev said, I agree, it's a good idea, but people screws it up. People weaponize it. So I just think that people need to take it out of, I think that it needs to be taken out of court. I do applaud the young lady for stepping up and working with her kid's father. And that's how it should be, I believe. I just think it's funny. It's like with women, it's kind of a my body, my choice. You don't want the government to tell you who to sleep with, who to lay down with, who to have children with. But as soon as there's a disagree with the man that you have a child with, then you want to turn the system on them. I just think that's a weird thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't agree with it. I don't think a man financially should be extorted because of another woman's opinion. And no proof. She don't have to have proof. She don't have to have anything a lawyer. She can just go in there and sue him. And again, it tears down families. It's used to tear down families. It's used to separate. I mean, it grows. It causes resentment to the child. It causes resentment between the 2 parents, and it's just it's a horrible system that majority of women take part in. A lot of times, because they're just fucking pissed off at the father, and it's goofy. You know, he's either moved on to another relationship, he's moved on to another marriage. You know, so yeah, I don't think it should be that easy just to go in the office and say, I want to get this man money extorted because I just feel like it. I just don't think it should be that easy, and I think it should be a limit. I think it should be a minimum. I don't think, you know, I think it should, I think it should be able to where a man can still live. You know what I'm saying? You know, and outside of, like Kevin said, you know, watch who we sleeping with and not having kids with, and you know, watch who we sleeping with, don't have kids if you don't tend to stay together. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. That's easy. I'm talking about people who actually are in relationship marriages and it just didn't work. And now you have a man who's like living out in the streets or barely living because he's paying crazy amount of money for a child. You know what I mean? And it's, you know, that he can't control, you know, and it's like if I don't pay this, I there's a penalty, right? There's a penalty for not paying this. You go to jail, you lose your license. But yet the woman, she doesn't get penalized if she's not a good parent.
True.
Right? It's crazy. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Oh shit. Hold on. God damn, I'm slow to the trigger, man. Good. So so Wayne, you said it. So you're okay with child support. You just think it should be restructured.
I don't think it should be in the courts. I think leave the government out of it. Period. Okay. That's all I'm saying. The parents should be able to work it out. And I think that's Kev. I think like Kev said, I think if you leave the government out of a lot of shit, I think that some people will make better decisions. So I think that you could get people to compromise. You can get people to work together. But I just think when you throw a man in that system, a lot of times it causes resentment. You know what I mean? A lot of times it just does. It just causes problems.
It's just too enticing too, especially like with food stamps. It's a government thing. I'm a conspiracy theorist. So I'm not
I agree. I'm not for big government. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, taking a man check 40% and expecting him to live or have another family. It's crazy. I heard stories and it's just ridiculous.
All right. So Cliff, you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm about to say, make sure your mic is up. Y'all know Cliff talk low, so don't interrupt him. Cliff has one of the craziest child support stories that I ever heard. My first podcast about child support was with Cliff. So Cliff could divulge as much as he wants to divulge. So go ahead, Cliff.
I believe in child support, but the other stuff is two different things. Child support and custody. If you want custody of the kid, you don't pay child support. If you don't want custody of the kid, pay child support. But it's two different systems. That's just kind of odd. But the custody situation is it's not for the guy. The custody don't agree with the guy. The family courts don't agree with the guy. The guy got to get the back end of the stick. They don't get anything. So the custody is the main problem, not child support. Is the custody. Because on the video, the woman they say, "Oh, he keep the child." She was talking about money, not the child situation. Where the child located at, what on the roof the child is. That's what I was saying. Custody is the main problem. Not child support.
But Cliff, in most instances, the women are going to get custody regardless.
That's the problem. The woman get custody, not the guy. The guy could have two houses, everything full, everything good, but the court gonna see the woman, the main, like they think the guy probably a nasty guy, like a rapist or something like that. They don't think too much of a guy to raise a kid. That's the main problem. Is custody.
So you have and I don't think a guy on here. Well, I'll hear it. You think the child support age should be a different age? What age do you think the child support age should be?
24.
Wow. He thinks the child support age should be to 24. And why? Why?
As the Caucasian or Spanish community, they raise their kid up to their 24. They make sure the kid is healthy, went to college, did everything till you get paid off. When the kid turn 18, as us do, we kick them out. We kick the kid out. We disown the kid, or like, hey, he's an adult, he's 18. No, The adult age for me is 24. So me personally, I'm helping my kid till he's 24. Make sure I help him pay for college and get it on his feet. I don't like doing like we did. 18 years old, get the hell out. No, I'm helping him till he's 24.
You know, you doing a hell of a lot better than you did last week.
No. Last week it was just popped up. I could go back in that comment, but it just it was just I was in a rush.
So, all right, Mike, you looked up when he said 24. Well, what do you think about that?
Let Shaka go.
No, I want to hear what you said about his 24 comment though.
That
Shaka says.
Check this out. If you are a parent, I don't think there's an age you won't go to, but to specify 24,
yeah,
it's a bit much.
Court mandated too. Court mandating 24. When
my kid hits 18, I don't pay child support. So sorry, y'all. I got 50-50 on mine. But if I was paying child support, when my kid hits 18, I'm not just gonna be like, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my daughter. So that just means, okay, now I gotta put this money that I was doing for like, you should be doing what you're supposed to do as they're a young person. Like my kid has whole life insurance. So by the time she's 18, she could draw on that money for college. I got $3,000 in Bitcoin just in case something pops up and we have another Bitcoin rage, then I can pull that out and she got that money. Like, I got money in different places just for her. There's a reason I'm cheap. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to be responsible for my daughter. But to be mandated to 24, if it's that long, I think men are going to look at it as a punishment. Because they look at 18, it's like, oh my God, I just got to get to 18. Then I can finally get that Escalade. You know,
so Mike, you saying all the guys just like you, they helping their child out to 24? All the guys are not the same. You just say that. All guys are not the same.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if these men are doing their job and paying the child support, I don't think they should be penalized. I don't think a man that pays 18 years of child support is going to say, to hell with my child when it's 19.
Trevor, where's Cliff? Boom. Cliff need a boom.
What?
All right, I want to hey Lim, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do to get you up on this panel one day, but hopefully you come up here. I get what Mike is saying, because Mike isn't saying that 24 is a bad age. What Mike is saying, the government shouldn't have their hands in it. And I'm curious to hear what Wayne says, because Wayne is not against child support. He's just saying let's work it out behind the scenes. So Wayne, what do you think about the being mandated to 24?
I mean, just like Mike said, I mean, if you're, and again, man, we gotta, okay, black men get judged by the worst of us, right? So every time we're talking about this situation, just like L. Bim, I don't want to mess his name up. He put that up. He put the comment up where he said that. I'm
gonna put it back up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Fathers aren't taking care of their responsibilities. And again, we always get judged by the worst of us when these type of subjects comes up, right? And I have a question for him: is what makes the mother who's getting child support automatically a good parent? What just because she has custody and she's getting child support, how does that make her a better parent than the guy who's not around? We just saw a woman who's showing up at a graduation with her ass out. So again, that just gets me about our community, man. We just judge black men by the worst of us. And when we have these conversations, we're always talking about a guy who's not taking care of his responsibility. No, that's easy. That's the easy conversation to have. Let's talk about like what Mike was saying. We're talking about a man who's been in his child's life. Like Mike say, I raised my child he raised his girls for 2 years, okay, by himself. He's not going anywhere. So it's like, I don't need to be mandated. I don't need somebody to tell me where my money is going until my daughter is 24 years old. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do for my daughter. Stay out of it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. And to answer your question, Trev, yeah, I agree with men supporting their children. I agree with men and women supporting their children, but leave the government out of it. Now, I do agree with Cliff. Cliff said that somebody said, I don't remember who it is. I don't want to misquote. Now, if there's a problem where the mother is not allowing you to see the child, then yeah, I think you should, you know, hey, there has to be some type of consequences, or you have to go to somebody and say, hey, man, you know. But when it comes to you talking about a man who's in the child's life, who's active in the child's life, like Cliff said, no, Cliff, no man at 18 is gonna be like, oh, you're done. I'm done with you. Nah, man, come on. I don't know black men who are in their children's life since they was 4 or 5 years old, raising them, turn 18 and say fuck off. Like like stop looking at black men like that. Stop it. And I'm gonna tell you, anybody want to get this smoke in the debate, they can get it. All right.
Hold on. I think you're using my word wrong. You saying men don't get custody. I'm saying I'm fighting for custody, not child support. It's two different court systems. Custody and child support. I try to make you understand that. When I go to court, y'all fighting for child support is a totally different building than custody. Custody is having your kid with you, having your kid with you at the same household. That's not child support. Is totally different. It's two different things. That's why y'all get it confused. So when I say y'all got,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but one determines the other, right?
Yes,
because
if you get custody, if you get custody of the kid, child support will get knocked out. Men don't get custody because they don't look at us as
okay. So I got custody. Okay, so you want? Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. They don't give men custody. I mean, the court is in their heads. The child is better off with the mother automatically. The guy has to be exceptional to get custody of the child. So I get what you're saying now. Yeah.
Now another thing is our community, when we turn 18, they drop us. We adults when we 13. They look at us as an adult when we 13. That's another issue. When we turn 18,
my daughter 21 years old, bro, in college, bro. I get calls every week, bro. Cash out ringing. So I don't know what you're saying. Like, so I'd be like I say, we got to stop looking at. And again, I'm not talking about deadbeats, but there are a high majority of men than displayed. And again, I fault media, I fault culture, but there are black men out there who are not just kicking their children to the side when they're turned 18, bro. They're just not doing it. I'm telling you, I mean, they're just not doing it like that. I mean, and again, I think Oprah Winfrey even came out with a study just the other day that where black men are more in the homes and more involved in their children than any demographic of men.
They are.
Yep. So again, we got to stop that. And I push back on it. I'll smash anybody at the debate when it comes to that, because again, culture, we judge black men by the worst of us, period. Are there a lot of men fighting for custody, or do you think they don't want to deal with the fight? Yeah, I think there are a lot of men fighting for custody. They just don't win. You just don't win.
I think a lot of men don't even know how to fight for custody. They just
hold on, because before we get into that, I really want to get Shaka in. She's been waiting. I want to hear what she has to say.
Hey, so I can agree with all of you to a certain extent on certain things. I will say that I agree. I'm all for child support. I do think that I feel like the government does have a lot of say-so over how custody and child support should go. I feel as if the system itself is just tainted, and I don't know, who tainted it more so than the court system itself, because, I can agree that there are more black men in the household raising their children, than there were once upon a time ago. But the media doesn't show that, or they don't want to, make it seem as if that's the scenario, because, we do get a really bad rap in our community about black fathers being absent. But I will say that I feel as if you shouldn't make parents want to parent their children, take care of their children, be there for their children emotionally, financially, and all these things. However, you can have two parents who want to be involved in that child's life, even though their relationship didn't work out with one another, they moved on, they're doing whatever. But if those two parents can't compromise, then who decides what's best for the child? That was one question. My other statement I want to make is about being that I think Cliff said the age of 24. I'm not mad at that. My thing was when I turned 18, my parents didn't necessarily say, okay, you 18, get the hell out. But it was like an unwritten rule, you 18, get the hell out. You know what I mean? I had to get up. I had to go do something. They didn't set me up for success. I'm not going to say they set me up for failure, but they didn't set me up for success. So what I did with my child, what my ex-husband and I decided was as long as she's in school, we did the Florida prepay, so she got that for a ride. As long as you're in school and you're doing what you're supposed to do, not to be a professional student, but you got your first 4-year degree is on us. So whatever that comes with putting gas in your car, getting your hair, getting your nails done, as long as you bringing home that 4-year degree and it's been a consecutive 4 years, you don't have to work. We got you. Because if you think about it, the kid is going to be on somebody's insurance until they're 26 anyway. So why not make it till 24? And even if our children turn 30, 40, 50, 60 years old and we're still living, you still parent your kids, so you still technically going to be paying for them. You know, I think like Wayne said, you said you had a 21-year-old and you getting cash out every week, right? Like it just doesn't stop at 18. So, I mean, yeah, we shouldn't be told to take care of our kid until the end of time, but sometimes some parents who can't compromise need to be told to take care of their kids, period.
So real quick, Shaka, this is what I wanted to say, and I starred Lem's comments so we can get back to them because I think he was directing that at Wayne. We can't gloss over the fact that we do it now. I'm on record as saying my daughter could live in this house as long as she wants until she gets married, you know, until her husband comes and gets her, you know. But we can't act like in our community it wasn't the way where when we turn 18, the first thing they want us to do, you got to start paying rent. You got to start doing this. You got to work or you getting kicked out. So I agree with what Cliff is saying in a fact of 24 being a good age. I just don't agree, like every other man on here, don't get the court, like the court shouldn't have to mandate it. And Shaka made a good point. So that's why listening is an art, and I'm glad for this conversation. See, we're not going back and forth. With the child support. So you're saying, I don't want to misquote you. So you're saying that if the mother and father can work something out behind the scenes, then that's how it should be handled. Absolutely. But in the event that it can't be done, then a third party should be involved, which is unfortunately the court system.
Correct. So I will say this, when I got divorced, we did not agree on everything because again, we're two totally different people. We view things differently. You know, it just didn't work, you know, out how we wanted to in this relationship. But I will say that the one thing we did not agree on was the whole setup of he sees her every other Wednesday and every weekend or something like that. He is very active in his daughter's life. So why would I say, yeah, okay, cool, that works for me? How is he to build a relationship with his kid on a every other Wednesday and every weekend type ordeal? So what we agreed upon was he works 4 days and he's off 3. Whatever those 3 days are, and that schedule changed every 2 months. Whatever those 3 days are, those are the days that he gets his daughter. So if it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's what it is. If it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's what it is. If it's a Tuesday through, you know, Friday, then that's what it is. And we worked it out. And because we are such, you know, it took us a minute to become great co-parents. We taught, if I literally called him 3 o'clock in the morning, his wife would not be like, oh my God, why is your baby mom? Why is Alani mom's type? Just don't make no. She's literally going to answer, hey, he's asleep. What's going on? And it's about my daughter, and vice versa. Any man that I've been with, if my ex-husband calls me, regardless of the time, nobody's going to question that. They're going to know that it's about the kid. So as long as parents can compromise, there's nothing wrong with that. But my thing is, and I know we like to say, oh, the woman. Sometimes there's some trifling men out there, because I never asked for more money for my daughter, but you would have thought, you realize my struggle. You realize financially I didn't have it. Did this man offer anything extra knowing that I was struggling? No. His answer was, well, if you can't handle it, I'll take full custody. So now who's being petty? It's not always the woman coming for the man. Sometimes it's some bitter men in these world. Not all men, but some of these men are bitter and they come for the woman. So if you can compromise and parent and co-parent greatly, that's awesome.
Shaka, you don't think that's fair though?
What's fair?
You don't think that's a fair statement what he said? If you're struggling to take care of the child and he won't struggle, you don't think he said, okay, well, I'll take the child?
No,
Wayne
All right.
just be jumping all in that
No,
shit.
My
That was
bad.
absolutely not. No, that's not a fair statement.
Shaka, let me
Because
ask this
just
question.
because,
Because Lim keeps putting up these comments, man. God, I
what
wish he could come
comment?
on. So first I want to tackle this one. And Ricardo, you must be listening to the show on a delay because you're like, I mean, you're talking about vulnerability. We talked about that like an hour ago. So let me see. Okay, so Lim is saying that's not true. There are situations where fathers get custody. Hell, I've worked cases where the mother abandoned their kids. So here's what I want to say. So Wayne asked a good thing because I was going to ask this question. This is uncomfortable conversation right here. Men, is there a point where you feel like, okay, so it comes down to custody. Do you think the child would be better off with you or the woman?
You asking me?
I'm asking the whole panel, all the men.
Well, no,
definitely with the man.
I'll go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, definitely with the man. I don't have any kids myself, so I'm really talking based on other people's situations and statistics and whatnot. But from what I'm seeing is there's more women raising kids on their own, and because of that, there's more situations where boys are going to jail, girls are becoming more promiscuous and things like that. But when it comes to men raising their kids, there's more situations where men are raising their kids to be accountable of their actions as opposed to how it is in a single woman household. I mean, shoot, sometimes I look in Snapchat, for example, I'm seeing like these girls like with their kids, and they're having fun and messing around, but I'm seeing like the girls twerking and like the little boys are twerking themselves, and it's not like it's oh, stop that, don't do that, that's not cool, boys shouldn't be doing that. It's no, we're all joking around and look, and it's like, haha, my boy is twerking with me. And I think it's going to be a situation where we're going to see more issues, especially in the Black community, where we're going to have more feminine men and more masculine women, and it's because the father's just not there. They're not there to be that balance to the emotions, if that makes sense.
I'm sorry.
You're not my younger clone?
I'm sorry to tell you, Kevin, we already there, bro.
Yeah.
We already there. It's a whole lot of that's why relationships are the way they are. People don't seem to understand that everything we talk about on a week-to-week basis, it's all interconnected. Like I say, I don't want little girls dressing the way they dress, and I don't want them listening to Meg Thee Stallion, and I don't want them listening to City Girls acting bad, because when you get that ingrained as a child, I tell people all the time that girls in elementary school were always, I want a guy who treats me nice. And then they get to middle school and they start hanging around with their little thotty homegirls. And then it become, I need a dude that got a bike. I need a dude that. That's the change. We need to make that change as late in life as possible. But when you keep them thotty as kids, it gets ingrained in them as a younger age, which makes them worse parents. They become single moms. They raise their kids, either they raise the guys to be simps because you do whatever mama says and you bow to women, and women are this and women are that, and you better, or they raise their women to be disagreeable. Oh, don't let no man tell you what to do and da-da-da-da-da. And then it leads to the next generation of fuckery. And that all our conversations are about the cycle, bro. Because that you just said, that's another link on the chain of Black relationships and Black society going down the drain. Because we're nothing but sad, simpy men who think saying good morning queen in her text at like 3 a.m. is going to get them vagina, and it don't. And there's full of women who see that, leave him on red, and go smash the dude that tells them they ain't worth shit and he got a girlfriend at home. Like, it's all interconnected, bro. Like, this is the reason I'm talking, because I'm a fatalist. I'm like you. I think the world's already over. But if there's somebody out there that hears me, and they think, damn, that makes sense, let me stop my kid from becoming this, please do, because my daughter gonna need a husband. So if there's somebody out there with a boy raising a boy to be a man, and he ain't gonna come to my daughter and tell him my boss was mean to me today, and I don't understand. And she ain't gonna want to hear that because I don't want to talk about my baby coochie. But like we're dying as a people, my G. We're dying as a people. And
So,
Wayne, the only one.
Well, Wayne, this I want you to address first of all, well, what do you think? Who would be better served to have the kid, the man or the woman? But I started this comment because I think Lim was referring this to you. So he said, I never said that she was a good parent or a bad parent. I said that the system isn't the best. You're assuming I'm saying that the black man is a bad option as a parent. Never said that. And then he goes on to say, I also never said all fathers are bad fathers. I said there were situations where fathers aren't taking care of their responsibilities. So you got that to deal with. And who do you think best serves the parent, the kid, the man or the woman?
Yeah. So Lim B, I agree with you on that. But what I was saying was your comment where you said fathers aren't taking care of their responsibilities. Well, we know that. We know that there are men out there that are not doing it. So are women. But what I'm saying is, again, my voice, and again, I tell people, I'm telling the other side of the story. I'm telling the man's side of the story because it needs to be told, and it haven't been told in this culture for decades. Okay, that's why I push back on a lot of culture norms. So again, when somebody makes that comment, like Limby said, I said, yeah, we already know that. But what I'm saying is I asked him, but what makes the woman automatically the better parent? What makes it, because you know what I'm saying? Why isn't his first comment as well? There are women that don't take care of their responsibilities. It's just something about in our culture where mama can't do no wrong. Like we live in that culture where mama can't do wrong. Black women can't do any wrong. And again, I go back to what Kev said to answer the question about who makes a better parent. I mean, it could be subjective, but in my opinion, I agree. I mean, I think especially with boys, after a certain age, boys should go with their fathers. If he's a functional man, if he's on the square, he's doing what he's supposed. I think boys should go with their man. I do think men are the better parent. There is a saying that the husband protects the children from the mother. Okay. Now that's a deeper conversation if y'all want to have it, but there is a saying out there that says that the husband.
I wish Dr. Mio was here.
But let me just get here. Yeah,
that's deep though. That's deep. Okay.
Exactly. Kev with me, but the point I'm trying to make it. So the point, yeah. So again, I have a little background with me. Is that I have been a mentor and I have been a mentor of men, young men, a leadership of young men and men. All right. For 10 years, I coach football as a head coach. So there's a lot that I see. You can tell by the mannerism and the attitude of boys who's been raised by the single mothers, period. So these studies that are coming out that Kev talk about, this is absolutely true. Again, I don't understand in Black culture why we overlook this stuff, but I mean, I get the calls. I see these kids. I see the boys who have men in their lives or fathers at home. There's a totally different demeanor. They can take critique. They can take teaching. They are receptive to me as a man approaching them in a way where they don't get offended. And it's the opposite for a boy who's been raised by a single mother majority of the time. So again, that's why my argument is I push back on, well, what makes the mother in the Black culture? Can somebody just please tell me automatically what makes the Black woman a better parent? Because I've seen it. I'm out here with these kids and these I see how these women are bad parents, and they got custody of the child. They're getting child support, and they're not the best option for the child. But because culture and the court says, yeah, the mother is automatically the best option for the child. So I just push back on a lot of these culture norms that we have. It like Mike said and Kev said, it's detrimental to the culture because we just got to get out of that. We got to question women, and we got to question Black women. in the culture.
Not
That's
just
just
black
my thing.
women, but just
Well, I'm just saying. I'm
Right.
just saying. We're talking about black men and black women, but period, women. Period. I agree. But we gotta stop. We gotta stop this where automatically women are right. All of a sudden, just women are right.
First of
Hey,
all,
Mike,
as a
put the
black
APB.
woman,
Mike, put the APB out for Dr. Mia. I don't know if she's listening or what.
as a black woman, we are the most disrespected.
Here we go.
We
Here
are.
we
You
go.
can say what you
Let
want
her
to say.
go.
You can,
Let her go, Wayne. Let
right.
her
You
go.
can say what you want to say, but we
I actually
are.
agree, but I'm
And
gonna let her go.
nobody is taking anything away from anything that any of you all have said. What I'm saying is, I agree. We do need our black fathers in our community. I will never not say I am not that woman that's gonna say, oh, I don't need a man, I don't want a man. Yes, I do. I do need my black men, all of them, to be fathers, to be uncles, to be mentors, to be all the things that our community needs. I need the black man. However, let's make it. Can we get some type of norm where it's not always the black man blaming the black women for everything? If the court sees fit that the black woman is the better parent in that particular scenario or situation, then so be it. Just because you might see something different on the outside, that's not up to you. That's just your opinion. Those are just your whatever you came up with.
You think the courts give a father a fair chance to get custody of his
They
child?
gave my daughter's father a
No,
fair
I'm not
chance.
talking about personal. We're not
But
taking
that's
it
what I'm
personal.
talking about. I'm not
Okay.
talking personal either. I can't speak on a situation
I'm
I
just
don't know.
saying,
I can only
I'm
speak
just
on
saying,
mine.
generally, you think that the man get a fair chance at getting custody of his child.
I feel like if he put up a fair fight,
Oh,
yes.
come on, man. All right,
I'm sorry, Shaka. I don't want to get between you
No,
and Wayne.
it's not about being sorry. No, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Say what you say how you feel. No, I'm
No,
not
I
yelling.
want
I'm
to. I
just
want to
saying,
hear
say
them
how you
continue to go back and
feel.
forth. Like
I don't want to get in the middle of you and Wayne. I'm just saying. But
Oh.
as that's why I was saying sorry. But as a fact,
Yeah.
they even consider fathers most of the time for custody. It's automatic. I can tell you
Yo,
the
come
reason
on, man. Come on, Shaka. Come on, man.
is
You ain't
because
even-
I mother my child know that I'm gonna do some reckless shit if she didn't, and she didn't want that to happen. We won't get into that. We can talk about that privately.
Right.
But on a whole, it's known that when a woman could be, and I'm not attacking women, but there's been crackheads. There've been women who've abused the kids and they let them come back and get the child just because they're the mom, because it's ingrained in America that the woman is the right choice to raise a child. That's just the way it is in society. They don't whether it's right or wrong. All right, I'm gonna step out.
And I hear you. No, and I hear you. I hear what both of y'all are saying. I don't want y'all to think it's falling on deaf ears. I hear what you're saying. What I'm also saying is having worked in the medical field and having been in pediatrics for over 15 years, I've seen it in both scenarios. I've seen all the cases. I've seen the things. I've dated men who have custody of their children and the mothers are not crackheads. They just either A, gave up their right, B, just didn't care as much, or C, just felt like they rather let the child go ahead and be with the daddy so I can go out here and do whatever it is that I want to do. I've seen these things. This is not something that I'm just making up and just trying to, because we black women, we're going to stick together. No, I've seen black women who've just decided to say, fuck it, I don't want to deal with these kids and not be a mama right now. And the dad has stepped up his game and done what he had to do. I'm not saying that it's fair across the board. I'm just telling you from my experience and what I've seen.
But you
one
think
second,
overall
one
that's
second,
normal?
1 second, Wayne. I just want to interject this before I forget. First of all, y'all please make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Because you ain't getting this nowhere. I guarantee it. Second off, I wanted this comment that Lem put. I mean, you guys make it so easy to produce a show, like literally with the questions is just literally like just jumping them like inside of my head. So Lim is saying, I'm a man and I can speak on being a man. As far as who is responsible for what, I'll speak on what we as men should be doing, not attacking us men or uplifting the women necessarily. So here's my one question to you, Shaka. And I've said this before, I'll never change on this stance. For years, everything that's ever been written about men has been written by women. how to keep your man, how to do this as a man, how to do this. It's always been written by women. It's not until we have our Kevin Samuels and we have a guy that I listen to, the book of Alpha Romney, and you know, you got these platforms now that men get a chance to speak what's on their mind. Why is it that for so long we had to sit and let you guys say whatever you wanted to say and we couldn't say anything about it? But now we have the platform to speak for ourselves. It's always an issue.
It's always going to be an issue because you're speaking negatively upon women. But you all have, what did I say that was funny? I don't understand. I let everybody talk.
Said Steve Harvey, sorry.
I'm just messing with y'all. No, I'm just joking. No, I feel like y'all have always had the voice to speak and to say the platforms and all the things. Y'all just didn't. So why be upset with us because we chose to speak out and you guys chose to sit in the trenches, and then all of a sudden when you decide, you know what, as men, we're not going to take it anymore. So now we're going to come out and we're going to say all the things. Okay. But just because you're saying how you felt doesn't mean we're going to sit there and now agree and be quiet. Okay, everyone be quiet because the men are talking. No, we've been talking. We're going to keep talking. Next.
All right. So what here's my question for you, Shaka. All right. And I ask women this, so please help me with this.
Okay, I'll try.
How does critique or a man telling his side of the story somehow turns into bashing a woman? If I'm critiquing and let's just go back to here because you went back. No, men has not always had the platform. Men has not always had the platform. Okay, Hollywood media always painted black men as monsters. Period. Color Purple. What's Love Got to Do with It? Medea movies. All that. All right.
Hey, peace and Yame. Peace.
Those are good movies though.
And Yame, you can hit the panel if you want.
Wait a minute. What's love got to do with it? Now that was based upon a true story. Ike was really beating Tina's ass. That is not just us painting men as dead. Come on, now.
You see how she went to? I'm okay. Fair enough. Okay, all that color.
Don't play the victim.
Victim. Nobody's playing the victim. What you see playing
It's
the victim?
defense mechanism, man. Don't let her throw you off your square.
Oh no, ain't nobody.
No,
come on,
it's
Shaka.
not
Shaka.
defense. I'm listening, Wayne. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, Shaka. Not even rocking my boat, man. Come on.
Right.
So my point I'm trying to make is just please answer me as truthfully as you can.
Okay.
How is it a man critiquing a woman or having this opinion, sharing his perspective, or telling his side of the story, bashing a woman? Explain that.
It's not what you say. I mean, sometimes it's not how. Wait. Sometimes it's not how you say things; it's what you say. So even if you mean to critique me, I don't know what you're critiquing me on. If you're critiquing me on, let's say, my hair, then why would a man be critiquing a woman on her hair? Like that doesn't make sense to me. But if that's what you're doing,
Shaka, no,
what? No, I haven't even said anything.
You see what she's doing? She's dancing.
What am I doing? Please tell me what I'm doing.
You talking about how? No, I'm not in it. Sorry. But I just want to see Shaka real quick. I do want y'all to see this comment though. I just want y'all to see this comment because they typing in the chat, and I don't want to miss nothing that's going on. Lauderdale 954 is saying how Man Talk Monday turned into Pour Your Heart Out.
That's right, because they emotional today on their Carl Thomas. Because that's all right. Shout out to all the ladies on the panel of, Pour Your Heart Out. We in the building.
Be so happy to invite them. That's trouble.
I'd like to defend Shaka real quick.
No, but go ahead, Wayne. I'm sorry.
No, the floor is yours. I asked my question. I'm just. You want me to ask it again? You want me to ask it again?
Yes, please ask it again.
Because you was dancing.
Right. I was dancing.
Can you truthfully tell me, as honest as you possibly can, why is a man who's sharing his opinion, telling his side of the story, critiquing you or criticizing you, or giving his opinion, turns into bashing you?
It depends on what this man is saying to me. You're putting out a very general statement and you want me to give you this honest, great, wonderful answer. on a very
No, you
general.
just
What
don't
are
have
you
an answer.
No,
You don't have
I
an
do
answer.
have an
You don't
answer.
have a
If
solid
you,
answer.
I do
Okay, well,
have.
give it
I
to me
don't. Right,
straight.
not on a. Critique me on
Stop
something.
dancing
What is
and
your
give it to me
problem?
straight.
One
What's your
second
biggest
again.
issue? What you
I'm
gotta
sorry.
say? Say
One
what you
second
say.
again. I'm gonna let y'all rock. But and Yame, you got it, man. Whenever you ready, we here every Monday at 6:05 p.m.
Come
Eastern.
on,
You
put
can
it.
come on over, man. You got an open forum to get your shit off. You know that's my motto. Got an
get
open
nothing
platform. All right. Michael, just hold it down. I'll be right back. Oh, Nini's saying y'all don't know how to answer questions. I'll be right back. Hold it down, Mike.
Nini, stay
Sis,
off.
where you at? Sis, where you at? Cause
stop trying to look for help. You're a grown woman.
it's not about needing help.
Exactly.
It's
Go
not about
ahead.
needing help.
Go
It's about
ahead.
asking a direct question. You have
I
yet.
just
You given me a
did. I
very.
just
You did
asked
not.
a direct question.
You did
It was
not.
direct. It was clear and
Okay,
direct.
so here. All right, so here's my clear and direct answer.
Okay,
It
go ahead.
depends on what you're critiquing me on. It depends on what you're criticizing me on. It depends on what we're talking about. That's my honest and truthful answer.
And how does that make sense?
Ask this question. Hold on a second.
Right, because that's what you asking a very general statement.
What I'm saying, no, the reason I'm saying that is because what you're doing is how you're answering is you're controlling speech. That's what you're doing.
I'm not
You're trying to control.
speech.
Wait a minute. I'll give you an example, right? If I play football, right, and I'm on the field, if a coach tells me I need work on something, he's critiquing my talent or something, my weight or something, I need to get in shape or whatever, I take heed to that criticism, but I don't say the coach is bashing me, the coach is beating me up, the coach is making fun of me. You know what I'm saying? He might be telling me something that's constructive. It's how I receive it. See, that's what I'm saying. Take your feelings out of it. Take your emotions out of it. Give me a straight answer. How can you convert?
Okay.
Wait. Take your emotions out of it for a second.
They never get in it.
Okay. How can you convert? How can you say that a man who's sharing his opinion, telling his story, critiquing you? Because I hear women do this all the time, and what they do is they do that to shut men down, right? So I'm just asking you. How is that a man that's critiquing a woman, sharing this opinion, doing what we're doing on this panel, bashing a woman?
Well, let me go back to your example. So your example of a coach talking to a player about football and the techniques and the things he needs and critiquing him so he can have a better game, right? That I will not take as bashing. If I am a player on a team and my coach, you are my coach, and Coach Wayne is saying, Shaka, this is what you need to do to get your game right. This is how you need to get whatever. I'm not going to be like, stop bashing me, Coach Wayne. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to be like, okay, so Coach said I need to work on this. That's what I'm going to work on. I need to work on this coordination. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to take that as bashing. But on this panel, when you all sit there and say it's the women who letting their daughters do this, the women have a voice now. The women don't know how to take criticism. That's bashing us. That is not helpful. That is not critique. That is not giving us positive, great feedback or wonderful criticism. That is literally y'all talking about how you don't be vulnerable to her. Don't talk to your woman about your day. You need to go talk to your homeboy.
Here's what you're getting.
Hold on, let her finish. Let her finish.
No, I'm just saying that it just does. I'm done. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Here's what you're getting though.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting men. You're getting barbershop talk. You're getting men who's outside of having a drink. You're getting all that. Just because you don't understand something doesn't mean that you have a right to automatically label you're getting bashed. You're just because that's what women. Because what you're doing. Wait. Because what you're doing, right? Here's what. It's almost the same as you ever see a woman who sits there and get up in the man's face and yell and scream. And then when he raises up and yells his voice, it's, oh, I'm a woman. What are you doing raising up in my face? It's almost the same context. It's like you're trying to control men's speech. You're trying to control what we can say and what we can express by saying we're bashing you. When every man up on this panel, all they're doing is expressing their opinion.
No,
I don't think that's what she's saying at all.
That's not exactly. Thank you, Wayne. What I'm saying is, I'm not sitting here saying that, like the example you gave about, a woman in a man's face. And then when he raised up, all of a sudden it's I'm a woman. Why are you talking to me like that? Wayne, you're sitting up here on this panel literally bashing women. And then you're saying, Shaka, why you got an opinion about it?
Give me an example when I bashed a woman. Give me an example. Give me an example when I bashed a woman.
Play back from the time y'all started.
Give me an example.
Give me an example. Wayne, everything
Give me an
you usually
example.
say.
Give me an example.
the woman shouldn't be the better choice of a parent?
Wait a minute.
That's statistics.
Hold on. I've been quiet a little too long.
Hey, Kevin, that's what you said. So you better defend it.
It's not excuses. It's well, for one, what she's saying is that it's not about
no. Answer the question.
Saying. Hold on. I'm getting
defend the point.
It's not about what the person is saying or how you're responding, or sorry, what you're responding to. It's about how you're doing it. You're saying take emotion out of it, but at the end of the day, we're talking to an emotional being that's closer to their femininity. So yes, things are gonna come off. Maybe it's not gonna come off as mean, but yes, it is gonna involve an emotional response. So to say keep the emotion out of it. Hold on. To say keep the emotion out of it, it's like you might as well just talk to a dude and have a relationship with a dude. You're talking to women.
I'm saying.
They're gonna
What
be,
I'm saying.
Hold on. They're gonna be
Go
emotional either way. Now for
no, here's Kevin. Here's what you want.
Go ahead.
Don't come on a panel of men and don't want to have a conversation.
I'm having a conversation.
I'm just saying because Kevin, that's what you basically wait. But that way, Kevin, that's what you're basically saying.
No.
All right. I'm not gonna give her a pass because I'm not gonna give her a pass because she's here having a conversation with men. So have the conversation. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying take her personal life, take her personal lifestyle of it, take the emotions out of it. Just give me a direct answer. That's all I'm saying. That has nothing to do with her femininity.
Well,
that has nothing to do with her nature. Give me a direct. Wait a minute. If I'm asking 2 + 2 is 4, period. I'm just asking. Give me don't take me around the circle. Just give me a direct answer to my question.
But I did.
But that wasn't. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that. But that doesn't make a man bashing you. And you haven't. And again, you haven't gave me an example of when I've ever bashed a woman. Like,
oh
and again,
God,
like this is what I'm saying.
Back,
Like,
just play back anything Wayne has said. Just play
give
back
me an
anything.
example of when I bashed a woman.
Just
give me
play
an
back
example when I bashed a
anything he
woman.
has said. Just play back anything he has said. Anything.
Hey, rated PG, Shaka doing fine. Trust me.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Shaka built for
What you
this.
say?
This ain't nothing for Shaka.
Right. But see what I'm saying? See? I told you I just wasn't a safe place for me. That's all right. I'm cool though. I'm cool. They wanted to attack, okay, and that's fine. I'll be the sacrificial lamb. I'll be the victim. I'll be in my emotions. I'll be the female. I'm cool with that.
Look, you see that?
Yo, come on real quick.
You see that comment?
Yo,
pour your heart out. I saw that
episode.
They do.
Got a
That's all they
homegirl
want.
co-signing.
Yeah, we can't say nothing. Don't say nothing, Nene. Just you just supposed to sit there and take it.
No,
because we had a voice for way too long.
Because when these are all women panels and they get in a men ain't shit bag, it's not bashing men.
Exactly.
We have never.
Oh, yes, you have.
We have never.
Yes, you have. I watched every pour your heart out. You got a bash your man section on. They think it was this. They think who they training? They ain't training us. They think they something. They ain't shit. I hear all your little comments.
The rules are different for them.
Y'all ain't shit.
All I'm saying is. The man has been, hold on. Number 2, her opinion of bashing is her opinion. See, that's the foolishness that women do.
Thank you.
They say it's my opinion. Okay, if it's your opinion and it's not bashing, then everything Wayne said is his opinion and he's not bashing too. You cannot have it both ways. Kevin is the king of infantiling women. He is the king of infantiling women. Women are adults. I don't give a
not infants. We are
I'm
grown
talking.
people.
Rule number 2. Rule number 2.
Let me shut up.
Rule number 2.
Let me mute myself.
Rule number 2. Thank you. I don't infantile women. If I am going to be with a woman, right, as my significant other, I want to be able to have a serious conversation with her. I just talked to my ex about having to have the conversation about the periods because I saw something that freaked me out. And if she had her period with me and not her mom, I wanted to know how we were going to go about having that conversation. Now, I can't go to her and she goes, "Oh, my baby having a period. This is not gonna." That's not solving shit. That's not helping the conversation. I need you to tell me logically.
Thank you, Niambe. Thank you,
do.
Niambe. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Great comment. Give Niambe a bone for that.
But we are listening. But we are listening.
Thank you, Mr. Wayne.
We
The
are
problem
listening.
Shaka, before you listen, you critique tone, you critique how you feel about the tone, you critique the way his neck moved when he said it, you critique how you was feeling, whether you was on your period or not. That wasn't the day I needed to hear it. Like, that's not how men communicate, and that's why it's so different. I'm raising my voice. I'm sorry, Queen. I'm gonna be like Kevin. I'm sorry.
You kind of scared me.
Right. He seems very like, ooh, I don't want to say the E word, but I guess we'll go with passionate. But
Trevor, you see what she just did? Trevor, you have known me the longest on this panel. Please tell these people if we were talking about peanut butter and jelly, I would sound the exact same way.
Yeah, he over animated.
Passion, Mike. Just passion.
That's just who I am.
Yeah, passion.
But see, what did they say in the video earlier? Women want a man
passionate.
with feelings. Women want a man with until they get it.
Passionate.
And then it's he
passionate.
must be gay. Why he feeling so much?
Passionate.
Oh,
I said
he
passionate.
must be soft. Why he feeling?
No,
he got it
no.
like no.
I love an emotional man.
And I believe in what I say.
I love
and
an
I say it
emotional man.
the way I say it because I mean it. And if you're gonna talk in the background, that just tells me that you can't hold yourself and you're averse to being logical and respectful. So I'm gonna let you have that. But like I said, I'm gonna let her have that because my feelings don't get hurt. I leave my feelings in the trunk.
It was something nice, Mike. It was something nice. It wasn't even bad.
Girl, you don't say nothing nice about me until the cameras go off.
You're getting your feelings, Mike. But
yo, you can take my feelings and put a shoe on it and put it up your ass.
But let me say this.
That was a feeling. Because Kevin get on my damn nerves, but he's still my boy. That was a feeling.
No hard feelings.
It better not be you a man.
Exactly. Right. That's why I'm playing devil's advocate.
Man, you could take the advocate and throw that shit in the river and put it in a butt. Nah, never mind. But look, I love you, Shaka, and I want you to be able to, you know what? Take everything that Wayne said, put it in Kevin's voice, and then hear it again.
No,
that.
I heard what Wayne said. I feel like I answered Wayne's question. I feel as if we just went back and forth. I'm saying blue, he's saying green. We're not seeing the, you know what I mean? He's just, I literally answered his question. The way that he asked it, I answered it. But it didn't suffice for him. So I don't know.
All right, I respect that.
I think the middle ground with the whole bashing women thing is that, we spent, I don't know what it was like before I came on, but we spent most of the time critiquing women and their behavior, but without even like appreciating or acknowledging like the good things about women.
But
like,
there's a show.
Spend this whole time about child support. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, I'm just saying, there's a show. See, this is what we got to stop doing that. Just because a man critiques a woman doesn't mean he doesn't have love for her. He doesn't value the amazing things. I think women are amazing. I think they have. I think they're smart. I think they're some of the smartest human beings on this earth. But that doesn't mean that they are not goofy at times. Period. And that's what we're talking about.
But they're
women
lovable at the same time.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So just because I have a critique about a woman, that doesn't mean
okay. That's fair. Okay, I'll that's fair. I will apologize for saying that you were bashing women. However, the constant critiquing of the black woman is
that's the
my
show.
nerves.
That's what it is.
I get
We're
it.
telling our part of the story.
Let
me ask you a question. Do you think black men have a right to tell their story?
Absolutely.
All right, then. So that's all we're doing. I'm done.
Cool.
Yeah, but it sounds like bashing. So I think that's what the issue is.
Well, Kevin, you're wrong. I'm telling you that right now. You're absolutely wrong. And you tell me, Kevin.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let's say I'm your basketball coach, right? And every time you come in, the only thing I do is I critique how you dribble the ball, how you dress, how you do this, how you do that. I don't praise you for anything you've done. I didn't praise you for shooting the last minute game, basket, whatever. I don't applaud you for coming on time. I don't applaud you for anything. I just critique you. Why wouldn't you get into your feelings about that?
because that's how men have been living for the
Wait.
entirety of our lives.
Wait,
Well,
Mike.
maybe that's the problem.
That's how coaches
Wait.
are to us.
Wait,
Right,
Kev.
and that creates angry men.
Now, Kev,
Right,
Go
and
ahead,
maybe
go
that's
ahead.
the problem.
Kev, here's what you're doing.
Maybe.
See, now, watch yourself, Kev. Kev, watch yourself, bro, because you. First of all, this platform is just Trevor put up stuff for us to critique. Seeing a woman stand up by her child with her ass out is nothing to glorify. All right. Now, if he puts up something that's worthy of glorifying, you'll hear every black man up here glorify that black woman. So don't do that, bro. Don't get into it.
I would not
Detangling.
glorify that.
Wait, listen,
I'm
listen,
sorry,
bro.
I'm sorry.
You don't do that. Don't
I'm
do
sorry,
that
go
because
ahead.
that's not. Wait, hold on. Because that's not what this platform is, right? None of us hate black women. There's a topic, there's a show, and when Trevor posts it up, we see what we see and we do what we do. But again, if it's something worthy of praising, we'll do that too. So again, yeah, my coach get on me, but at the same time, he also praises me as well. That's just a natural thing when it comes to human beings, when it comes to teaching and talking and communicating. It's not all bashing. What Shaka's doing by said bashing is deflecting. She's trying to deflect.
I wasn't deflecting.
She's trying to. You're deflecting. You're trying.
No.
It's wordplay. It's mind play. You got to understand women by saying that I'm bashing by saying my critique is bashing, is to get me to back off of what I want to say. But she gets to say, but at the same time, she gets to come up here and say her opinion, and then is it bashing?
No, you're wrong.
Hold up, because damn, we almost at the 3 hour mark.
Yeah.
So
I wish I came sooner.
Yes, I want to. So Lim asked a question. Is there a right way to ask a question or provide an opinion? I don't know the answer to that, but I want to address Kevin on what this show is, because I don't know how long you've listened or anything like that. This particular, the Man Talk Monday, was designed to get answers for things from the male point of view, because for far too long, it's always been coming from the women's perspective, even on men's issues. So Wayne is correct. If I put up a picture with a woman that we think isn't dressed appropriately, then we're going to sound off on it. You earlier said that you don't think people should be having so much free sex and this and that. So you sideways critique the people that are having too much sex. So we're more vocal with it, but we do put up stories that are like, heartwarming and things to thought provoking and things like that. It just, I said this in one show, when I put up podcast clips, I'll put up the most ignorant shit with no context, just so you'll be like, oh man, I wanted to hear what they say. But it's always for you to come over here and listen and get the spirit of the conversation. Every week is not going to be where it comes off as bashing. And Shaka is here for this. Like Shaka is, don't let Shaka fool you. Shaka is an antagonizer, and she is here for this. Don't let her fool you. Do not let her fool you. But what we do is we put up, it's just like anything. There's a lot of sensationalism going on. We'll put up pictures or videos because I want to get the guy's perspective, man, because when you read these comments and stuff, it's a lot of women and they're answering for the men. So when we have the Man Talk Monday, it's to hear the men talk, even though I allow the women to come on, because we value their opinion. See, if I didn't value a woman's opinion, I wouldn't read any of their chat comments. I wouldn't let them up on the panel. I invite them to come on the panel. I even tell my co-hosts to mute out so that they can get their points across. You never heard me, we don't go over talking and things like that. So, I mean, it's just like I think a thing when I'm listening to you talk, and I mean, you're very sensible. You're 29 years old. I think you're a product of the new man, and don't take this any way. I'm not being disrespectful or anything. The way you are, you cater more to the women, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the generation that we're from, we're the more like gruff and, you know, like, all right, man, hear me roar. So it's a balance. Like you're a perfect balance for this show. Like Wayne is Wayne. That's I hope he changes his name to Captain Manosphere. Wayne is Wayne, and we all know how Michael is. And I'm the one that just keep the show moving and level things out. But I think your voice being your age and being as sensible as you are will do fantastic over here, because you make some very great points, a lot of which I agree with, but some of it comes off more like, let me cape for the women, which you may not think that, but that's just how I perceive it. It may come off as let me cape for the women, but there's no problem with that. I invite that. I need that over here. We can't. Why I invited. You can't have the three of us just being all. We need somebody to come over and be like, nah, it ain't that way, because it's not that way. And that's why we don't cut you off or nothing like that. We let you rock out. Like, shit, you got a home over here. I don't like the way you let them off the hook. You can get your shit off over here. But as far as Shaka,
straight talk makes straight sense. Relax, my guy.
But as far as Shaka, you don't have to cape for Shaka, because Shaka know exactly what she's doing. Shaka is an antagonist. Shaka will be on Pour Your Heart Out. She'll be on Pour Your Heart Out, making faces at us and making little slick ass comments. And so Shaka knows exactly what she's doing.
Guys,
hey, don't change up. He was bashing Sot Life, so I need my thoughts to bash Kevin, because Kevin was on here bashing thoughts.
I love all my thoughts. No, I'm kidding.
Right. And we thoughts love you back, Kevin.
No, you're not. Stop it. Stop it.
And again, this is my wife, and I tell you, we don't always agree. So like, I don't agree with this comment. They understand women more than women understand themselves.
Correct.
I don't think anybody came off like that. I think what we're saying is, listen to us. We got a voice too. I think that's what we're saying. What it all comes down to.
And I think you all are missing that we are listening to you all. But just because we don't agree or say the things that you want us to say, all of a sudden is we're not listening. We don't hear you. We hear you.
Right. I think it all just needs some balance. I think that's what it is. So yeah, I agree with you. I think you three are really straight to the point, and tend to move towards the men side of things. But I think with me, there's more of an overall picture as opposed to, women are this and men are that.
And I also have more experience with women relationships than you do too, Kev. You 29, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm a little older than you, and I have way more experience. I've seen a lot more than you have. I can guarantee it when it comes to women and their nature and things of that. So this ain't only just bad, what y'all so-called quote unquote bashing. This is experience. I talk to men, so it's a lot I've seen, a lot I witnessed, period. So the basic Shaka don't move me, because it's just practical stuff. She's doing what women do, like Numde said, but no, and cutting you off and dismissing you. All she's doing is just coming up here and just dismissing you, and by she saying bashing you, it's her trying to control what you're saying by saying, oh no, I'm like, that's all. It's just typical shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
When do the men listen to the women? Because I know that I have said, maybe bashing was the wrong word. I know that I have said
fair enough.
that I did answer your question. I know that I did say, here we are, because I'm not saying it with you how you want me to say it. Is that Shaka just come because that's what she wants?
I'm just saying from your overall conversation.
You have your opinion, Wayne. I have my opinion. I ain't trying to move nothing. I ain't trying to move you. I ain't trying to rattle you, shake your boots. None of the above. You say how you feel. I said, perfect. I'm glad. You say how you feel. I say how I feel. and it is what it is. We don't have to agree. I'm cool either way, but you want me to listen to what you say and oh my God,
No.
Wayne, right? Everything you're saying, it makes
No.
so much sense now. I've been living my life the wrong way this whole
No.
time. Thank you for your great mentorship. Yeah,
No.
nah, bro, I'm good on you.
No.
All I'm saying is you're entitled to
Nobody
your
said
opinion just like I'm entitled to mine. That's it. That's it.
Women, so bro, they so
You see how
They know how, bro.
You see that? Everybody see it.
Born
This is what I'm saying.
Women are born with a poor team. They know how to lead.
She just come on, man.
That feelings hurt. That feelings is hurt. Oh, he moved. Oh, he moved. Feelings hurt. Ooh.
Man, all right, y'all. We hit that 3-hour mark, man. So there's a video I wanted to get to, but we'll have to tackle it next week.
We can get to who wanted to talk about.
Huh?
The basketball player.
Yeah, we didn't even get to Ja Morant, man. We gonna have to. Y'all remind me. I had to start off with that next week. Oh boy, y'all go. All right, let's Shaka. Go ahead and close out.
I'm good. I am, happy for this Man Talk Monday invite. We got to do this again soon, fellas.
Let me on the ladies show.
That's all I got. No.
See, Trevor, you too nice to him. I got a whole glass ready.
Yeah, y'all go make sure and go check out this past when did they do it? Friday night. This past Friday night. Pour Your Heart Out. They had a conversation entitled Girl She Doesn't Like You. So the way that I thought it was gonna be, it didn't go that way at all. It actually was one of the most sensible conversations I ever heard. Like it was really great. So y'all make sure and go check that out. It's on the Straight Talk with Trevor page under the Pour Your Heart Out tab. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Vancast asked me to talk about Ja Morant. I don't have it in me no more. I got to go watch Monday Night Raw with baby girl, man. We've been on here for 3 hours. We will lead off with it next week. I'll make sure and put it in the description so I don't forget to lead off with it. So hey, Kev, I appreciate you coming on. Anything you want to lead off? Anything you want to close out with?
I don't appreciate it.
What? Go ahead. Oh, hey, number two, man. Number two. Well, yeah, I appreciate you for letting me on and pissing off Mike with my opinions. I really appreciate that. I was gonna say something that was gonna make you guys go like, whoa, but yeah, we'll save that for next time. And Shaka is definitely a queen. Appreciate you for being on here.
Oh, thank you.
And if anybody wants to follow me on my Instagram, it'll be Kevin the Maker, spelled all together. I don't really post anything, but I post on my story.
So it's Kevin the Maker.
Yes,
on
sir.
IG. And you come back next week, we will squeeze in that polygamy talk. Definitely, because I definitely wanted to bring that up, but this is just how this goes.
I like this.
Yeah. We'll definitely bring up the polygamy talk next week. Because I love it's one thing though. We got through way more video clips than I thought, because last week we only got through like 3. This week we got through 5, so we're doing better. Well, I added an extra hour, so we're doing a little better. So we'll definitely get through with that. But I appreciate you coming on. I really enjoy your talking points, especially from a young man's perspective. You're very intelligent. I will say that. With us being so much older than you, you are very intelligent, and I do feel like you held your own with us. I would just say cut the caping down just a little bit, and you'll be all right.
Kevin, you're fine. You're fine.
Superman.
All right, Wayne, what you got?
Nah, man. Appreciate everybody on the panel. Everybody did a great job. Kev did a great job. Shaka, Mike, Trail, everybody did a great job. That's it. Like I say, I'm just here to tell the other side of the story. If you don't like it, we can have a conversation about it anytime. I don't run away from the conversation. I don't run away from any debate. We can have a conversation about it. All I'm saying is that black man has their side of the story to tell. And now that black men are telling their side of the story, get out of the way or have a conversation, period.
For sure.
Yeah.
So this I will say this Thursday I'm supposed to have a show tomorrow. Well, I'll talk about that once everybody gets off. But this Thursday is the second episode of Straight Talk Sessions with Dr. Mia. Wayne, if you can make it, we need you over there because she's basing the show around you, so we need you over there. It's entitled Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. So so if you can make it, make sure and pop in for a little bit. But Kevin will be over there, not Kev the Maker, but my Kevin will be over there, Dr. Mia, myself, and we're gonna rock out. Her shows aren't long, so her shows probably be about an hour. So it won't be too long. So if you could hop in. All right, Mike, go ahead and close out before I shut the show down. Man, we're over 3 hours. Shit.
Hey man, we supposed to be a shorter. I don't know. First and foremost, and most important, Kevin, I hate you. Hey, hit me up when the show go off. We're gonna talk. Shaka, you know what it is. I'm gonna see that monster later.
I'm nauseous. I'm nauseous.
Holy.
You won't be when I'm finished.
I'm
Big
done.
Dog,
Goodbye. You're done.
Big Dog, I'm never done. Ever. Big Dog Wayne, you know what it is.
That dude keep going.
Much love.
Salute.
You better tell it,
Salute.
Kev. All right.
I'm
But
done,
on the
sorry.
real, look, I think this is literally the microcosm of our problems. I don't think we hear each other. I think when we do hear each other, we hear it with a spirit of, hurry up and finish so I can get my shit off. Hurry up and finish so I can say what I want to say. And sadly, I think I am literally the middle person, even though the majority of the women except for Mia can't stand me, which is fine. I'm cool with it. But Wayne's around, so as long as Wayne's around, I'm not gonna be the most hated guy.
Wow.
You feel me? So they got to deal with.
I don't care about not being the most popular one.
I know you
Never
don't,
cared.
and that's why I'm messaging you. I don't care about it myself. The only difference is I want some of the women that I find like not perspective. What's the P word? I can't think of it. But the women that I find like that could be better or could take something from what I'm saying or could get some kind of benefit from it, I want to talk to them. Sadly, Shaka's one of them, but Shaka's the type of person that'll hear it, see that we're going towards something that makes sense and be like, fuck that shit and just throw it over there. Because that's just how she want to be. But I fuck with her, so it is what it is.
Whatever.
Nini's like that too. But Nini ride with Shaka, so she ain't really got a choice. She got her deflector shields on too. I think me and Trevor can, if you could just use the beard to distract them and then let me come in with some stuff, I think we could really get into them, bro. I think we could really get some nuggets of truth into them. Other than that, the world is over. Trump 2024. Let's burn it to the ground.
DeSantis.
Or DeSantis. Let's burn it to the ground. And let's start a whole new race because the humans that came didn't make shit and we ain't worth it. Much love to everybody. I wish you all, Juju, wherever you at, love. And I hope all y'all have a good night. Go ahead, Trev.
All right. Appreciate y'all coming on the panel. Peace.
All right, peace.
All right. Oh, Wayne, you got to get me a picture so I can add you on the co-host list.
Hey, Trev,
hey, I'm sorry. What time you say that show is?
What time we got? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Thursday 8. Okay.
Yeah, Thursday at 8.
All right, I got you.
Hey, y'all. Me and Shaka doing the Bahama Breeze next week.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Deuces.
Peace.
Well, there you have it. Another exciting edition of the Straight Talk Sessions Man Talk Monday. Oh man, that went longer than I thought. I started the show an hour earlier thinking that I was going to be done before 8 o'clock, but here it is after 8, almost 8:15, and we're just now closing up. It's all good though. Peace to everybody that joined the peace to everybody that joined the panel today. Mike, Wayne, peace to Kevin, man. Kev, great insight for such a young man. And Shaka, piece of Shaka for coming up here and standing in the lion's den. Like, she literally just came up here and held her own, which is fine. Anybody's welcome to come up on the panel and have a discussion, you know, as long as we never make it personal. And at the end of the day, we just, you know, we go our separate ways and it's all good. That's what we're offering over here. So peace to everybody that was in the chat. Miss Rated PG. If you, like I said, I don't know, you know, how you found the show, but I'm glad that you have found the show. This is your second week over here. If you ever want to hit the panel, you can come hit the panel. You don't have to turn your camera on the panel. Just turn it on in the back so I can see, make sure you're a real person. And then you could turn it off while you're up on the panel. But again, I appreciate you for coming on. Ricardo must be like really, really watching in the delay, because his responses in the chat are for stuff that we talked about like an hour ago. So peace to Nyame for coming over. Yeah, Nyame, whenever you're ready, man. Man Talk Monday. Every Monday you can hit the panel. Our normal start time is 6:05, but because today was a holiday, I started an hour early. So we got that to look forward to. There's supposed to be a debate this Thursday. KOT versus Blue. I don't know. I know I know it's supposed to happen, so we'll see. You also have a debate Saturday with MD and Dembele, part 3. And I props to MD for joining the Wrestling with Reality show this Saturday. We did an immediate reaction after this weekend's Night of Champions pay-per-view. So that was good. Yeah, Mike saying he's a co-host. Yeah, Mike is a co-host. He ain't joined the panel. Yeah, Mike is a co-host. Gotta make sure and get that. So so like I say, man, we're doing something different over here. So you see, like I said, I don't care. I don't care about the same old. I'm good with finding a new audience. I'm good with finding a new niche and carving out my own path over here at the Straight Talk Society. There's no drama over here, no BS. We just do our own thing, man. We do our own thing. We have those conversations that need to be had, and then we just walk away afterwards. You know, we don't have to make 1,000 videos cursing people out and type of stuff like that. We don't need to do that. Like I said earlier, I was planning on going at 2 people today that talk crap about me, but the more I thought about it, it doesn't even matter. I don't even care. I'm not even going to mention them. I'm not giving them the time or date anymore. It's not gonna. Trevor needs a devil advocate on here. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go after anybody, because that's not what this was designed for me to be going back and forth, getting in beef with people. It doesn't matter. I'm doing my own thing. You roll with me or you get rolled over. Everybody that you see come over here on the Straight Talk Society, we trust them. Like anybody who's like regular panel guests, we trust them. We know them. These are people that have been in our home, you know, things like that. So we know we're not going to have anybody backstabbing us or trying to do anything like that. So I don't need to make YouTube friends. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come over here and build with us, that's fine. You're more than welcome to come over here and build with us. But I just ask, this is not the place to bring any drama from any other platform. I said it at the beginning. If you come over here and you mention anybody else's name in any beef, I'm going to kick you off. That's just how it is. I don't need it. I don't need to deal with it. I don't care about what's going on. I'm not anybody's assassin. I'm not getting in any fights for anybody. I'm not protecting anybody that I don't know because of some shit that may or may not have happened. I don't know. I get people disrespecting me on a daily basis, but they wouldn't do it to my face. So I can't give it that type of energy anymore. You know, if you see half the stuff that I get emailed, and I was going to put some of the stuff that I have up that I've been emailed on here, but I'm not even going to do it. I'm not even going to give those people the time of day anymore. It is what it is. You know, I'm having the religious brothers come over. You see, Adrian Cutler is in the chat. You know, he's bringing he's the one who hooked up the interview with Reginald Young. That was man. I'm telling you, that Reginald Young interview was so popular and tremendous, and now is opening the doors to other things. That's what I'm about. So I don't care who you have beef with. I don't care what issues you have with somebody. That's on you. Y'all deal with that somewhere else. But when it comes over here, we dealing about specifically what we're dealing with. You know, Shaka came up. Shaka didn't agree with what we said, but we had a conversation, and at the end of the show is all love. That's how it is. I don't need to be involved in anybody else's drama. I don't care. I watch whoever I want to watch. I don't necessarily hit people's panels, but I listen to whoever I want to listen. I have my favorites on YouTube that I always listen to. It is what it is. And I'm not gonna not listen to somebody as some type of tribal war. I don't do that. Nobody could tell me what to do. I'm a grown-up. You know what I mean? So if I want to listen to somebody that somebody's beefing with, if I find them interesting enough, I'm still going to listen to them. So we do have something set up for the summer. Reginald Young is going to have a conversation. I don't want to say a debate, but Reginald Young is going to have a conversation over the summer against Jansen Williams. That should be really, really good. Those two got history, so that's coming up. Like I say, I'm supposed to have an interview tomorrow. I don't know. I got an email tonight. I don't know. So if I have the interview, it'll pop up. If I don't, then it's fine. The Wrestling with Reality show this week is not happening this week. Wrestling with Reality is not happening this week only because we reviewed the Night of Champions show right after the show, and my daughter has her talent show, so I'll be at that. So that's that's what I'll be doing there. So that won't be taking place. Like I said, on Thursday night at 8, we have Straight Talk Therapy Sessions episode 2 with Dr. Mia. Hopefully Wayne could jump in, so we'll take care of that. Oh yeah, major props to St. Louis. I don't have no issue with St. Louis. What was I gonna say? Are we out of hold on. Well, I'm reading something that Wifey sent me. If you listening to me, Nene, no, we aren't. Keela's talking about Go Boston. So here we go with the hate. I'm gonna have to kick her out. But yeah, I mean, this platform, man, I designed this platform to be a space, a safe space. Again, I don't care about your drama. Don't bring your drama over here. I don't care. I don't need it. I don't need anybody's drama. As you guys can see, we literally could start a show and end up talking about anything. So I don't need nobody could ever say, "Oh, you need me on your show." That's not how that works. That doesn't work like that. We legit could start up a conversation and talk about anything. That's how it is. It's always been that way. So it's to me, it's about the society. It's not about one individual person. It's about the society. Whenever you hear me talk, you always hear me talk about the Straight Talk Society, because I feel like we're building something that we could do everything. I want to have the religious brothers come over here and do their thing. I'm not opposed to that at all. So there you go. But I thank everybody who watched. The viewership was high on this show tonight, and it stayed stayed consistent. Like I said, I mentioned it earlier with the podcast. I still release the podcast. I actually released 3 episodes in the past 3 weeks. But what the podcast is condensed versions of these shows. Because let's face it, man, me doing the live show is a million times better than recording a podcast, because I can interact with the fans and the chat and things like that, and the panel guests. I don't think I could ever just go back to the regular platform, the regular podcast platform. So all those podcasts are generated from these shows, just in the condensed version, and then I'll have the description of where you can find the full show in the podcast title. So you could always come over to YouTube and hear the whole start. Wait. So yeah, that's facts. Society is not hurting for content. We are not. Hell, it's getting to a point now. I legit have shows on hold because we don't have the space to do it. I mean, you know how much of a struggle it is for me and Venkat to do the basketball shows? We had to condense the second and third round in one show because we couldn't find space or time to do the show. Now Venkat wants to start up a political show, which I'm absolutely going to let him do. Because Venkat he's heavy into the politics. But even before I started doing the YouTube, even before I start coming live on YouTube, I would have conversations with Venkat and he'd be talking politics to me. And I was like, damn, I got to get you on the podcast just to talk about politics. So here we are. Oh, see, Mike and Venkat going to do a political show. So we're not hurting for content. That's never the issue. I'm fine with I could have Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays is Man Talk Monday. Not Thursdays. Wednesday is Wrestling with Reality. Those are my babies. Like those are my two shows. That's where you see me. But you know, if any other days that the Pour Your Heart Out ladies don't have it, I mean, there's always something that we could do. So I'm offering the platform as a way to get people out and notice, you know. So that's what I'm doing. So it's never like nobody should ever feel like, oh, you need me or I have to be over there. That's not what it is. It's not what it is. We working together as a collective, which is why you see I don't hand out a bunch of wrenches. People who are like have their names in the titles and stuff, like as co-hosts on the videos and their names are in stuff. Those are people that I trust. Like when I put your face on a thumbnail or you're in an actual video, that means that we trust you guys. So we're not looking to just be like, oh yeah, anybody come over, you could do that. That's not what we're doing. I don't, because I know YouTube is full of a bunch of trolls. But like I say, I appreciate you guys watching today. Like I say, the viewership on this show was really high, and it stayed at a high level, which is great. I love that, man. It just means that the word's getting out. And I know a lot of you guys watch over on Facebook. I always say I wish you guys would come watch over on YouTube, but it's fine. Just make sure and hit that subscribe button. Make sure and subscribe to the Straight Talk Society on Facebook if you're watching over there. And share the videos. So with all that being said, make sure y'all go check out that song with Mike that he played that we played earlier. The name of the song is called Heaven. I'll have the full details for you so I could drop it in the description next week. So to my co-hosts, to the panel guests, to everybody in the chat, everybody out there watching in the clouds, please make sure and like the video, hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Until tomorrow, I don't know. Tomorrow, question mark? If not tomorrow, then definitely Thursday. I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. And with that, I say peace. And I feel like whenever I'm behind this microphone, I am at my absolute best, and I cannot be touched.
Have you ever danced with the devil? Took a glance at a rebel, had a chance to advance. You are not on my level. You are not my equal. I can pose another sequel. Those that do oppose, I will expose and leave you see with the spines in my eye. Recognize me as a legend. Refuse to cry and die.
Well, Straight Talk Society, there you have it again. Another banger from yours truly, Mr. Straight Talk. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them.